Look, Jared Keto, quit it with your baby impression.
That is what we are starting this video with.
With the sound of a... We're starting the video with...
Perfect! Alright, go ahead, Swan.
Oh my god. And I actually just, like, lost what I was trying to use for... That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Hold on. I know. I'm already fucking up. I'm sorry.
Totally broke it.
I'm looking for one freaking sound effect and I can't find it. Pause the video if you have to.
No, I'm keeping all this in. So help me God, I am keeping all this in.
Are you okay? You sound like you've got constipation.
I've got constipation. Hi everyone, my name is Swan. It's so good to see you guys today. We are playing
apparently informing everybody that Swan needs a laxative.
Yeah, well, you know, laxatives, they do sound like that. We're playing another wonderful game of Fall of Lumos, Spelljammer. We are joined by most of our crew. Unfortunately, we are missing one of our lovable characters, who is currently out in the middle of nowhere at this time, but we will hopefully see him at our next upcoming game. Can anyone give us a update to what happened? Because apparently the recording did not proceed as well. Nox the Tinkerer.
Hey, you know what? I am good at what I do. It's when fucking Windows Update comes out and it screws your selection of speakers. I even checked it.
He's not wrong.
I am still chapped. Okay, so what the hell did we have happen last round? Well, we had a lot of bugs. That's right.
You did. I do believe that you guys finally fought against the Clockwork Horror Gold edition after it collectively brought together all of the magical dust and collectives around it, hopefully finding a way off of this abandoned transport. You guys swiftly dispatched it and its group, mind you, in probably one of the most gruesome of ways.
Let none survive.
Let none survive or be non-pancaked, as one of our players, Mr. Eris, had smushed the entire thing against an asteroid.
Fucking legendary.
Following this, I know, child. Following this, you guys went ahead and investigated the rest of the ship, locating actually one of the only current survivors who had seemingly locked himself inside of the helm's room, which was a autognome, evidently who was just programmed to kind of just more monitor the ship and provide the necessary documents for when the rescue team were to arrive, aka apparently you guys. He provided you guys with some individual gifts as payment for the rescue, and you guys reported it actually over the chirp system and were promptly paid a small fee for your actions. After you guys went ahead and proceeded on, you eventually made it to the Gespo station right on Abora, one of the further away stations that the Storm Rail rides all the way up to the main capital city of Aetherford, the Aetherford city capital. You guys had handed over control of the ship to Dag and the crew to monitor and await repairs.
Though Falcon did justifiably protest. Sorry, Eris, I should say.
Josie in control.
Eris was not so keen about releasing the ship in such a way.
What could possibly go wrong?
Why the fuck would you say that?
And just like that, it's right googly moogly. It's all.
Well, now it's all gonna go wrong. We're gonna come back to not a ship or something equally miserable.
equally miserable. And otherwise, that's where we're going to be taking place. Roven politely has taken the opportunity to identify this as a very crowded location and therefore has stepped away during this entire time at the Gespa station.
Boy,
He's doing forward scouting.
sure he is.
And we
Oh, thank
will.
God, my skepticism is echoed by others.
Leave the man to his privacy. Good God.
You guys are now located in Gespa station after talking over to TCG 39, and you are now left to your affairs.
My.
So, if I understand correctly, DM, from our last conversation, or our last session, we have to travel sometime into the city before we get to the region where this whole peace talk is going.
Yes, you are approximately 3 days away by travel of train to the main city.
Yeah, with that, just that alone, it's
Evidently, they are not taking airships at this time in. And I'm so sorry, I totally didn't do this right for y'all.
I mean, rabble, 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 rabble.
Visible confusion.
Oh. Ready, everyone.
Good morning, Abora. Welcome back. I'm Roderick's Shadowstorm, as we're going to go ahead and go over the Aetherford Radio News. Exploration on the Borth Noon has once again failed, as a number of different individuals have taken up the quest in order to explore the inner makings. But as we do know, the mechanical plate that's currently housed on top of Borth Noon has continued its efforts in order to prevent anyone from getting to the Great Library. The option to go ahead and investigate the library is still available. Please see your nearest coalition office in order to take up the quest. The recent arrest of the well-known council member Aspen Beam, located on Omiya 6, has actually been stirring quite many of the community. Many did not suspect this was going to be coming up, although some individuals were wondering at this time as to what recently caused her change in heart. She was recently also supposed to be working on new development plans, and we're going to be expanding several of the coalition's plans. We are very interested to see what the developments will be from there. Recent photos that have been going around have indicated that she is not happy after having to recently be rejuvenated. Ongoing fights between forces are also still located over on the Sutov Waste at this particular time, with deadly result. We're going to be currently following this closely. And in more local news, non-local news, Uvis has also been suffering a massive control issue to their recent population, as it appears their recently planetary deity has left. More questions at 7. If you have any other questions or things, feel free to call in or check on our websites. Otherwise, I'll be Roger Shadowstorm, and we're so glad to see you.
I don't know about you guys, but I really like those new tankers.
They,
And a series of other little jingles play over your chirps as you can hear people tuning in. You hear soft music. Ilnai, at one point you hear someone who's copyrighted a bit of your music in the distance. I have been sent a thing. It's a picture of a kitty. And the posy. Of course, yes, the battle posy.
Battle posy.
As you guys go ahead and look over your ship for the last time at this moment and progressively start making your way in, you could definitely notice that the Knights of the Dawn are very present in this particular station. You can see several individuals who are kind of working on collective repairs for different ships, several who are actually making business deals right here. Can I get a perception check?
oh boy. Alright, let's see.
Ooh, that's a nice, good roll. 21.
20.
Wow.
10.
60.
Today is not a good day for this, I guess.
Have faith.
Elnaya, while the others seem to kind of collectively take in... Who got a 0?
Oh, sorry, that was my bad. I was trying to do -1 for Mortis rolled a 5.
Oh, okay. I will say that while the others are collectively kind of looking over the environment and looking at the surrounding areas, you're taking more time now to look over toward your brother and take in that in the moments that I've mentioned that he looks more tired, I'm not still referring to battle fatigue. You notice that the layers of darkening under his eyes has continued to kind of develop, and you can see that his posture has started to change a little bit. He looks more like he's being bared down more by his armor. It's bringing a little bit of a sickening sensation to you as you see that and I hate to use the word corpse, but the figure that is your brother is having more trouble over time keeping himself steady.
Can we do a medicine check on that?
I'll allow it.
I got a 5.
Well, I don't think
He
we
looks
have-
tired.
Oh,
13.
15.
Judging by the fact that you're kind of all there beside me, Nox would look over. What seems to be the matter there, Naya?
I'm not sure. She gives Mortis a little nudge, just like,
Her brother seems out of sorts. We were just checking in to see what we could find.
Although you guys have had some time to kind of already take long rests, and it's hard to say for a creature that doesn't technically need to rest, you can actually start to see the development of exhaustion.
oh no.
He's fatigued.
Naya, you told us about what's happened with your brother, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure, yes.
And you told us about the rest of what happened with your brother? Because if you didn't, I probably would have.
Yeah, that's been, yep, the devil has been mentioned, I believe.
Yeah.
That's
those who are-
so-
Go ahead.
I'm going to do a check, but I'm going to do an Arcana check. I just wanted to take a look at one.
Alright.
Now you said I'm trying to remember, a demon, or was it a devil? It was a devil, right?
It was the devil.
Devil
was the
has done something.
It was an asshole with wings.
That's a giant flying asshole, that's for sure.
Oh no.
All right, so
Oh.
due to the magical nature of this, can Nox do an Arcana check?
I don't know if it was under Arcana. I think it would still fall under possibly like a religion.
Okay, yeah, I'd do a religion check. Good with a religion check?
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
So you can definitely determine with an 18 that you're looking at evidence of a curse. And it does appear to be one that at least is connected to, as Miss Ilnai has described, a devil, possibly that of the Nine Hells. The particular curse, I don't have a name for it particular at this time.
It's very
I
possible.
apologize.
It's very possible I don't know the name of a curse, and for something
Right.
this personal, it might not have a name directly. Eh?
But it does
Voodoo
seem
doll
to be
either.
having a progressive drain onto his physical form. You'd say that over the last several days, you've noticed that it's progressively worsening, and you'd assume that it's going to continue to progressively get worse. Just as a point of example, there is some well-known curses that have been developed, such as the Fatal Strength, which a target is infused with a strange vitality. It may change their strength score, but slowly cause the effects of exhaustion or fatigue.
You
And
mean
it will eventually,
something like I was cursed with my goggles?
more or less, I mean, curses come in all forms. But if you know that if his scores, his constitution, do continue to progressively drain, he may not have great outcome.
Naya, I am. Let's just say, well, as you recall from my recent experience with my goggles, this is definitely not something that's positive. His abilities are being drained, his very essence. We need to be through here quick, otherwise he might just lapse into a comatose type state. Well,
Nia just looks at him and is like, there is some urgency here, yes.
You can notice that Mortis, like the moment he can tell that people are talking about him, he tries to straighten up more, even though it's evident he's kind of pushing.
Didn't you lot end up having something curse related that could get rid of them?
our wafers. That's if I recall correctly. Our friend Tobin has.
Right. Well, something to hold on to for when he gets back.
Would I be able to tell if this was a more or less, like layman's terms, a minor or a major curse?
It from an 18 from your religion, Fatal Strength is a major curse.
The Jesus, as Rovin would actually call him, would not have effect with this. Far too strong.
So, both Rovan and I Mortis and I are both fucked. We both have major curses.
Yours doesn't really have the increased chance of fatality, just the increased chance of having fatality secondary to something going wrong with your rolls. He may not do too grand if he waits too long.
Because we'll sap him of all he is and leave him a husk.
So we quite literally need to go find ourselves a god quite quickly and hope that potentially he might be able to grant us 2 boons?
Hopefully that god is in some pretty dire straits, that's for sure. Though, at the same point, me being practical as I am, I'd suggest start considering the worst where we may have to choose one over the other.
As you guys are also still observing around, to those who got at least a 12, you do notice what looks to be a commotion towards the southern gate leading out, as Tog 39 seems to be in confrontation with several of the knights, with a firebulg that seems to be fighting with kind of more desperation.
A firebog or a furbog?
Did I say it right? I thought it's firebulg.
I wasn't. I've always heard them as furbog, so I was just like, wait.
This is my first time actually saying it, so I will totally say furbulg.
Oh, like a kind of a bear?
says furbog. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
Yes.
Google. Let's go figure out what Google calls it.
Do you mind picking? Oh, I see it.
Oh, it's furbulg.
Apparently so. Fearborg. Yes.
Fearbulg. Yes, you do see a fearbulg that seems to be in commotion with Tog 39.
Can we hear anything?
Yes, it is very evident that you can hear what sounds like the desperate cries of a man as he tries to. It sounds like he's somewhere between desperation and also like trying to put a calming effect.
I'm gonna gonna go slightly closer to hear what I can hear.
As you approach closer, you can hear the firebolt kind of kicking up more. I'm telling you, if you could just, can you please check again? I am sorry, individual. I would like to let you know at this time we have not required any reports of missing people at this moment. No, you are not listening. There's plenty of us there. Please, if you'll just look up Alana. Just, Alana Oakhart, I promise you'll find there are no individuals who have been reported missing in the last 10 to 20 days. At this time, if you'd like to leave a report, I don't want to leave her. I'm sorry. He turns the light over towards the
Look,
Knights of the
robot.
Dawn that coming behind him.
TOG 39.
And he'll
How
kind of
often have
politely,
you-
you'll see like his top half like turn in your direction, bottom half still pointing in the direction of the firebolt.
Hypothetically, have you checked every resource possible within the last 30 seconds? Are you?
I'm
capable
sorry
of
at this
that?
time. We've gone ahead and checked our database and there are no recorded missing
And
persons
nobody's
reports.
possibly ever going to refer or to go in and report it in 5 more seconds.
I
I'm gonna
apologize
have
at this
to
time,
move.
but there are no reports at this moment.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you'd like to go ahead and leave an inquiry, we can absolutely set one up for
And
you.
when does that inquiry end up getting solved? Before or after somebody runs away with this poor man's person?
Nox will gently nudge Vale and be like, kind of this look of, don't bother.
Well, you handle it then, she'll mutter under her breath.
He'll actually
As
give
you-
Vale a little gentle pat, like, as in a, I'm not bitching at you, but just don't waste your breath on V.
As you guys are actually approaching the southern gate, if you're looking along the outer side, you'll actually see probably my best to describe about 45 pictures of people, all of which looking to be reporting missing, scattered along. But you'll notice the moment that transition from the outer wall inwards, there's none of these at all.
Nox is going to go to his chirp. No, Nox doesn't have a chirp anymore. Shit. Vale, get Silnaya over here. And Eris, I have a bad feeling about it.
Naya and Eris, would you two approach rather on the quick side, if you please?
Nox is going to
Yeah.
smile. You, sir,
Right along.
you're having issues?
The only issue I'm having is with this goddamn automaton. I swear to God, I am sorry that you're having issues. If you would like, I can go ahead and direct you over to a counselor. I don't need a counselor. I just need to speak with somebody in charge. I apologize at this time, but there have been no reported missing reports at this moment.
Excuse me, sir. What is your name? Speaking to the furball. Furball.
The Fearbulk will turn and be like, I'm Andro.
Andro, I say this with utmost respect, but these people are not going to be worth time. They have much other things to do. Come, let's talk over here. I'd like to hear your story.
Oakheart.
Yeah.
Why does that ring a bell?
Okay.
And Nox will kind of do a sweeping motion to come join him and his friends.
Nia with Mortis on horns, just like, oh, hello. You know, flashes him like that, the standard $1 million grin.
The three Knights of the Coalition, Knights of the Dawn are still going to be kind of like, do you want us to go ahead and remove this one, Tog?
He's with us, gentlemen. Don't worry about it.
If there's any problems further, you can handle it, but go enjoy your quiet afternoon, gentlemen.
Can I have a persuasion check?
Oh yeah! Thank God.
Eris, are you monitoring the ship?
19.
Doing for. I come along.
Okay, I noticed you're still up there. I thought you were like
Sorry.
longingly looking beyond. Like maybe if I don't leave, the ship will be fine.
Shh. Eris is a good shipbird. Yeah, he's the canary in the coal mine.
No, just no.
The
I actually don't have control of the token.
oh, I am so sorry. Apologies. There you go. The Knights of the Coalition will Knights of the Dawn will kind of look among themselves and we're like, just we don't want any trouble. Just speak with the droid, but
Gentlemen,
And they-
I understand your jobs are very, very difficult, and you do I have heard of your deeds far beyond. Don't worry, we're those that can help as much discretion.
Talk 39 will be like, and I do hope that if you have any questions at all, you will seek over towards our council. We hope that you have a wonderful day. And remember, the Iron Blood Industries providing a better tomorrow.
God, my foot up there. Anyways,
The Knights of the will go ahead and step away, and the Tog will go ahead and seemingly take a place almost in an introductory or welcoming manner. You'll get a better, closer look at the wall that's covered in the individual photos as Andrew kind of steps forward to you.
Andrew, what is going on here? This is, and I'm going to point to the wall. This is not something I like to see. Concerning.
It's not one of us. It's weak. He's like trying to seemingly catch his breath as he like looks towards y'all. Alana, she came to she's my little sister. She came to sell a family heirloom. But she hadn't been back, so I came looking for her, and the city has been under lockdown as they approach the time of the peace talks. So she had to have been through one of these stations. This is my fourth one I've arrived to, and they all look the same. They keep saying there's no one missing, but there's people have been disappearing left and right.
Problem is, with a place this big, it is bureaucracy, and we are the scalpel that goes through the red tape. Take a breath, Naya. I don't desire to have a... I don't wish to be insulting, but please, your music is very soothing.
Of course, of course.
Can we also
Yeah.
just back up a bit? What do you mean there's been multiple people disappearing?
You'll kind of like gesture over towards the walls that are
Yes, I
on
gather
either
that,
side.
but it's a port. There's bound to be people who just vanish. Are you saying that this has all been in the last couple of months?
There's been no reports. We are noticing that people are coming back. They go to the city, and many of them don't come back. Many of them do, and that's fine. But it's just odd
Pattern?
that it's not just everywhere I went. It was the same thing. The insides clean, pristine, grand, but on the outside, towards the ports, he points at the pictures. It's just a familiar sight. It's been going on for honestly months, but they
Is there a pattern in folks that don't come back?
give me
Nia is also going to start playing a sort of soft, like it's a tune, but it'd be hard pressed to hear it. It's like at the very edge of hearing, just a slow, gentle strum of the lute, just sort of the kind of meditation music almost, trying to just slow down the tempo, let this guy think a little better, calm
we
everyone
listen to
down.
very different meditation music.
I believe if you play the right beats, essentially you can calm someone down because it matches their heartbeat. Then
Yeah, most people call that house because the BPMs are actually at heartbeat size, but I am never calm when you play house. So I would suggest not house.
go ahead and give me an insight check from anyone who'd like.
All right.
yeah, don't look at me.
16?
A 5. Nia is just not rolling well today. I am not. Yike. Big yike.
Just hold on to all that for your charisma rolls. We're gonna need them.
That
Oh,
was
God.
insight was charisma.
No, insight is wisdom.
Oh, Christ. Okay, good.
And
Yeah, it
18.
only has that.
Oh, nice.
okay, so I got so it was 18 from Eris, 5 from Milnaya. And what for the other two?
6.
16.
15.
And 11
16.
for what?
Vale and Eris, as you two spend time kind of looking at the wall of photos,
Sweet potato. Hello.
you see a sweet potato.
I like sweet
Um,
potatoes. Especially when you toss them in a deep fryer.
Oh
You'll
no,
start-
Posey just
Posey alone.
yeah,
Leave
Posey just
Posey
came in
be.
here. She came in here, and I'm just giving her a little pet. Oh, you
You'll-
small potato. We're
You'll
having
start to
potato.
notice that some of the pictures that are kind of coming up are a very expanded number of races. They can include Gensai, Owlin, Locanth, Kenku. They can include
There you are.
Orc and Shifter. They're more along the lines of the exotic races than the more common ones.
That's
Turtle, you notice there's a bugbear, couple hobgoblin images back and forth as you kind of just expand through,
all
but
humans.
they're all humanoid.
Yeah, but what's the collection versus like straight elves and straight human?
The difference being you don't notice any of the more common races of dragonborn, dwarf, elf, gnome, halfling, humans, or tieflings. These are all different races that you
They're all
spy that are not common.
They're all beastkin from what you've described.
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
Are you further away from your mic?
It's slightly down near her chin. Literally like quarter of an inch, and I heard that difference in tone too.
Let me put it this way. My headset is basically falling apart on one side, so, it's currently being attached by an elastic, and surprisingly is working well. But yes, this is all beastkin, and that does not bode well. How long have
Adro
I-
will actually take out a picture and kind of hold it up to Elnaya and say, Thank you for playing that. I do feel a little bit better. Here. Hold up this photo.
One thing our friend can do is her songs soothe the soul.
She's beautiful.
Thank you.
This is-
She's a very little family that I have around. We're
Where are you from?
from the Sutuf Wastes, but money's been difficult, and we got a ride here and hope to sell an heirloom, but
What was the heirloom? You don't need to tell me too much, but was there a possibility that she was stolen because of what she carried?
I hadn't considered that. I mean, there was a buyer, but
Let's go. Do you have a name of this buyer? I can't tell if you're poking at the cat or if you're actually talking to us.
No, sorry. Posey came in, and I'm patting her again. I'm listening to this. Nia is just everyone else is asking the questions, and Nia is just continuing to keep the music going in the background. Just
Oh no,
It's-
Vale's just being nosy. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Or poking her nose where it isn't wanted.
he will describe that the individual who was trying to buy the family heirloom did not have a particular name, but came up under the coalition sign, the Tempest Technologies.
Is that in competition with Ironheart Industries?
But not even close.
Really?
The major three that make up the coalition don't have any competitors. but there are smaller companies out there that will buy and sell and trade magic items for profit.
Most of them will.
I mean, there's many that would never hope to become part of the big three, but at this time, it would take a massive amount of money to get anywhere close to that level. But it's not uncommon to hear about these other companies, the Shade Hearts, the Pedal Point. There are all of these different startups that go out to act effectively as I'm trying to think of the best way to. It's a lot like a stock market where you're trading back and forth for profit. But he will provide a card for Tempest Technologies.
Could Nox roll a history check if his tinkering background, suppliers, that sort of stuff, and his heritage sort of thing? Would he have heard of Tempest Technologies? That's cool with you?
You can.
Ooh, hell yeah. 22. That was a history check, right?
Yes. With a 22, you've definitely not unheard of this before, of these companies. It's all one big, massive chain system. There are individuals out in the world who go ahead and create magic items. They will be picked up or sold by spelljammers and pirates. They usually move down the line and eventually make it to a middleman who usually will then go ahead and try to sell it to a bigger company. Bigger companies will go ahead and try to trade and profit off of the effects of these magical items, whether they be permanent or effectiveness, effectively trying to maximize profits by minimizing work required. Whatever a wizard doesn't have to do that day by, ensuring that an autonomous system will work, makes his life easy. Eventually they start to make profit and hopefully they'll become one of the big three. But no one's really become any of the big three in the last 200 years.
Oh, Nox is familiar with this.
Tempest Technologies, it's not a name that rings a bell, but its story doesn't sound like anything different than what's already out there.
Well, this is concerning. It's not unusual. One of those upstarts that comes in, does some shit, and then quickly folds. Most likely the people walk away with as much money as they can, screwing those that have lost everything.
Of course.
Look, I don't even care about this stuff. I just want to make sure she's okay. We haven't seen her in oh god. You see he's starting to pick at his own skin a little bit. He grows more and more nervous.
Hey, relax, my friend. You did.
We're here to
Understandable.
help.
Rather desperate. I've been there in my life before. I understand.
He'll hand you her photo and see the frickin' android won't let me through. But if you find her or anything, would you just? And he gives you a chirp number. Would you please let me know? And you could see he's actually made several of these little scraps that he's written his chirp number on.
We can do that.
Not a problem. Listen,
Of course.
you have a moment. I'd like to. And Nox is going to pull out a quill and paper. I'd like to record everything you had just to make sure you got everything straight. Don't have to do the whole full recording right now. We can do that later. But he's going to take.
That's fine.
record all the information.
But he'll and I'll give it to you a surmise later. But he'll give you a full description of Alana, her full detail and what she was wearing and the item, in fact, that she was carrying. I don't have it immediately on me. I will let you know later. But he will kind of break down a little bit about what how he was in contact with Tempest with the Tempest Technologies.
Listen, you take care. We can reach you if you want to go home. Go home. If you want to stay in the area, go ahead. Just understand that we are Might not be right away, but we will.
We'll find. We'll find out.
Exactly.
And he will be like, I guess I'll just. He goes over and kind of just like sits up against the wall. I guess I'll just.
Take a breather, man. Start with breathing. We
Nox,
can't
Okay.
do anything right this minute.
Nox
so
is going to
let
give him
us do
10
what we
gold.
can.
I don't need money. But
Nox is going to put his hand in hand, curl it around. Get you. Room needs. Relax.
Has Nia ever been to this place? Do you think? Like, could I say she has?
have you been to Abora before? Would you say?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if. Can I like roll a
How's your
chance
coal-
die to see if she like
How's your
if Nia
coalition
may...
knees?
Olishnia?
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead and roll a chance die, Nia. I'll accept that.
Okay.
You are a traveler.
Very famous
I
traveler.
want to know if
Hi.
she's got like full on
I'm
like.
gonna call high, and it is high. So I guess
Yeah,
she has been through here.
You've
So
swung through before.
so would Nia have like an idea of where she could where we could maybe send this guy to like get some a nice meal and a cheap room?
Do those
So
happen
we
in
can
the same tavern?
presumably, so we can find, maybe Nia could like call in a favor or something. Because this guy is this is rough, buddy.
No one
Good.
deserves this.
No one does.
I will let you know that you do know of a bar called the Misty Flower.
Alright.
It is not close to where you are right now. And
That's
and I will say, even if you did tell him, he would be very resistant to leave the ports, where he would hopefully at best see her, because these are the really only ins and outs of the city right now.
alright.
Those who otherwise walk through the wasteland, there's a planet. This is the most, like, this would be like the highest chance of seeing somebody would be like to sit at the metro station. Otherwise, you'd have the hope to find someone in New York City by yourself.
When you get lost between the road and New York City.
You were waiting for that.
No, I really wasn't. It just sort of happened.
Fair.
Serendipitous.
Would you run me another chance, Nia?
Sure.
High or low, you forgot to call.
High or low?
Whoop. Sorry. I'll call high again, and it's low. Whoop. Nope.
He'll kind of speak up and be like, "Your music was really nice. Thank you very much."
Who you are?
He holds the gold in his hand in front of you, Knox, and be like, I'll go get a good meal.
Emil, get a room. If
Yeah.
anything happens,
We will.
does someone mind messaging to Dag that no one mind the was it Ardo? Adro?
Adro.
Okay, sorry, just on there we go. The D and R. Someone mind messaging Dag that Adro Oak caught. Stay aboard the ship during the time.
How might it appear from what is this object that she has? Can you kind of describe it?
Fucking going for the important information there.
You know, I did ask that, and nobody answered.
Well, if we find it, then we might find clues to where she went. Yeah. So
That's also true.
And or did she ever wear any jewelry or have a specific weapon on her? I'm asking to the guy if we're still here, I'm assuming.
Because we can possibly trace her possessions to her if we find them without her, with them.
The way he describes her is similar to that of her photo. He'll say that she is of a medium height, approximately around 5 to 5.5 feet tall, roughly. He will describe that she has red hair, the same kind of colored skin, this kind of dark and ashen skin. He'll mention about the fact that she actually wears more traveler's outfits. She wasn't dressed significantly. She wasn't trying to impress anyone by any means. She was just kind of hoping to make a deal. But the item she was trying to sell was something called a shield of spell turning, which is a very rare item. It's a piece of armor that grants increase to armor class and can also have an increased chance of possibly sending a spell back towards a user.
Would
Would I be able to locate object work on any of that?
I'm sorry?
Locate object, would that work on any of that?
I was going to say just before that, Nox is curious on how many of these things were made.
They are very rare.
And I was asking Nox that question, Falcon.
I missed, what was the question? Why'd you kind of cut
No, I was saying your question, you could always ask Nox, because just more in character sort of thing, if you're up for it, but just Nox with his background in making stuff and understanding magic weapons.
Oh, that's
Eris,
true.
you perform locate object, but you cannot detect one in the 1,000 foot range around you that you are effectively looking for. You don't feel a ping back.
So she's not here. She might be on the planet. She might not.
Yeah.
That's definitely a very small range for what I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, it's quite small, that one.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, 1,000 feet is 1,000 feet, but like when you talk about like a city size, like that's not really like.
Yeah, it's only 1/5 of a mile. That's not enough.
But
150 miles is still pretty potent, depending on the.
It is.
That's still like pretty good. I didn't even think about that, and I was like, well, damn.
Length later, how about we find a way off this bloody port and into town so we might be able to do something useful?
Well, especially since you said that they are disappearing within.
Did he say where they were within anywhere that they were disappearing?
He just mentioned that she went to go to make the trade in the main city and didn't come back.
So we'd have to go
Oh.
out there first.
But it appears that there's no acknowledgement of missing people.
Main city is also where we're going to, right?
Something's fucky.
If for no other
something's
reason than the bureaucracy is entirely ignoring anything that's going on.
For good reason, they probably can't handle it.
I'm sure they can't with what's going on.
I-
Is there any kind of like quiet, semi-quiet, semi-shaded out of the main area nooks around here?
Not in your current area.
Alright, well, I'll save it till later.
There's a lot of guards and a lot of places.
Well, let's get going then. And then, with luck, we can actually find some information about what's going on here.
We'll do our best anyway.
Gotta
We will
start
be in
somewhere.
touch for sure. Not alone in this.
Family
And
is important.
And as you guys head through the southern gate, you watch the top of Adro's head slowly disappear over the mounting horizon as he kind of seemingly waves to y'all before putting his hands back to his sides and turning back towards the ship that you guys had directed him.
Please, someone make sure to message Dag. I don't want him getting shot as he goes on.
Oh boy.
I'm going to assume that somebody has messaged Dag and call that his route.
Nia does that. Just informs Dag what's going on.
Thank you. That'd probably be one of the best ways for us to go about our business. Oh yeah, we'll protect you. Bang!
Oh,
Except
that
we
would
forgot
not-
about him.
That would not be great.
You guys then progressively head down into what looks like a large train station. There's multiple different groups of people seemingly kind of building up around themselves, but otherwise you'll see a mix of artificers, wizards, other seemingly business folk who seem to be trading items back and forth between themselves, including large handfuls of gold. Some of them are trading business cards, but it's a more quiet environment in here compared to outside where the port was.
At least the noise, getting away from noise is a welcome respite. But
I think you guys should all have control of your characters here. Nope, apparently you don't.
It is that way sometimes.
Mm.
Oh.
Yep, there you go. And Rowan, you're not here right now.
fuck
Oh,
Rogan.
he will be. All my homies don't know who that is. Mia looks up at the unicorn artwork and it's just like, hmm. Oh,
Let's
can we?
Going. Don't. Bah.
We are on a time limit.
We
That
will deal
sounds
with
like-
him, don't worry. I have a feeling that we will be able to get to the bottom of this. Just
We can only hope.
too much at stake right now.
One
Unfortunately.
thing at a time. First, we figure out about the Slimoids back on Omnia. Second, we go find that fuckface. Third, we deal with this. One thing at a time.
Not you. No, not you. That was Nox snorting in character for what it's worth.
Oh,
He just had a very, very naughty, cruel thought pop through his head for a second. So those that heard the snort.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm going to let this pass without much comment.
Oh, boy.
Eris, as you are talking and standing with Ilnaya, you feel a shoulder that seemingly pushes you to the side real quick. As you see a portly man and a goose seemingly walking up. Excuse me, if you please go ahead and... My God, are you covered in... Brushes off his shoulder. Dear God, you're so filthy goddamn peasants coming through these areas. Do you not understand who you're in front of?
No, I don't.
No,
Do tell.
someone who's obviously far too rude to actually buy the manners that he
As I
requires.
fluff
to
a
be
bit
able
of feather onto him.
Yeah,
Mia
there you go.
Sort of steps in front of him, smiling. Is there a problem, sir?
Nox is going to hang back and just be quiet.
Can we assist you in some way?
With a big ass smirk on his face for what it's worth.
I don't need anything from you except for your goddamn germs off of me.
Well, all
I mean, these ones, as he fluffs more feathers
Quacksworth,
on
please get... Quacksworth, please, if you don't mind. Quack. You see this, like,
Goodness,
duck
sir,
seemingly
why-
walking over and, like, start to pick the feathers off individually, one at a time, very slowly. Like,
There is no need to be upset.
Or rude.
I do... peasants need to
What?
learn their...
None-
Peasants
none-
need to learn their places if I need to go ahead and speak another word towards you. Oh, gosh.
Towards me. I'm sorry, you pompous son of a bitch. Why exactly are you in my way?
Don't tangle with Vale, you. Anyway.
Quacksworth, make a note. Individuals who wear nice large hoods are also not welcome in our territory. Do you understand, Quacksworth? Thank you, Quacksworth.
Nia holds up a finger. Why is your goose quacking? They don't make that noise, as far as I
No,
know.
they don't. Also, good sir, why are
Is
you
this
How
running
familiar?
this?
Dare you? He'll go ahead and pick up Quacksworth. This is the finest customary goose we could ever find.
Good sir, that is the finest thing about you. No
Oh.
doubt about it.
He is pretty ducking excellent, I would say.
I'm
Yeah,
getting a
just
beer
like this
now.
with a straight-
If we're gonna start to the bird puns. I'm going for a beer. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Nia just smiles in his face.
Truth be told, if you don't know the Ravenwood name already, I'm. It's okay. It's okay,
Would
Quacksworth.
would Nia know the Ravenwood name?
Actually, Neil.
You could do a history check.
And Nox, do you
Sure, why
want to because
not?
of his background?
You can if you want.
Yeah, no. That was a 2.
That was a 12.
With a 12, you've kind of heard of a company called Turtletainment Entertainment.
Have they tried to sign Nia, perchance?
Roll a chance die.
Oh please,
Uh,
yes.
Hold on, wait. I have a pun waiting depending on this chance die.
I'm gonna go with high again.
Well, then you gotta choose.
Hey!
Yes, they have tried contacting you before.
Damn it kind of ruins the pun, but Nia was too good for the Turtle Club.
Indeed,
Is he a
indeed.
turtle?
No, he's not. He's just a dickhead. But
Well, obviously, we figured that part. I just wasn't certain if there was where the pun came from.
Oh yeah, she walked away for that one.
You can please step aside. I'm just trying to go ahead and get away.
Then by all means, go through. Plenty of room around me.
indeed, indeed.
He's going to uncomfortably step around Ilnaya and the other group while kind of like cuddling Quacksworth to himself.
Nox is going to pull a clockwork toy out of his backpack, and it is going to be a bird. And he is going to tell it, or he's going to put it on the ground. He's going to, no, damn it, I'm reading it.
What can the clockwork toy do? I need to know.
He is going to pull out a frog, not a bird, and he is going to kind of gently underhand lob it on his back, and it starts croaking.
Oh no.
It's gonna be good.
Can I do sleight of hand to
Oh,
see if I
this-
do it stealthily?
Oh, this is
Hold on.
absolutely riveting.
Give me a. Is this like a weird intimidation check?
No, just being an absolute shithead.
You remember when kids used to throw spitballs at people?
Dirty 20!
Or
Dirty
you know,
20!
or you know,
Well,
how
This
this
is more
is
like a
kick
kick me
sign.
sign. I was
Yeah.
going to say.
It's just going to start
Well
riveting.
done. It'll be a riveting conversation. It'll have more conversation than he does.
Oh,
This is the last time we have to take public transportation. Do you understand, Quacksworth? We are not having this again. Quack.
I mean, when the budget demands, he says it just loud enough that he might possibly hear it.
Rivet.
Bureaucracy, I swear to gosh. And you'll notice that he's like patting down Quacksworth real quick. Are you okay, my love? Oh, you're alright. Oh, goodness.
Rivet.
God damn. These individuals stepping around, leaving their feathers all over the damn place. Oh,
This man is carrying around a goose or a duck, and he's complaining about feathers. Does he have any idea how much waterfowl shit?
it's actually his familiar.
Ah,
His familiar is full of his shit, just like he is.
his familiar is prettier than he is by half.
Oh, certainly, ducks are beautiful. Or geese, or whatever he is. I figured this was a familiar, though. And this was a wizard. This was fairly obvious, yes.
A like ridiculously, what's the word?
Title.
Well, no, not claustrophobic. Germphobic. He's a germaphobe. That's the word that. Wow, that took a long time to get there.
Wing, wing.
You did eventually, don't
Eris,
got
from
there.
beside you again, you actually hear a politeful sound. Oh, hold on, we're about to have distant. Okay, we're having a number of different things playing at the same time because we were about to have guns in the distance. I was like, that is not what we need right now.
Oh, no,
Um,
no.
Hold
I'm
on.
also gonna lean back quietly towards Eris and go, "You need to stay close to us, exceptionally."
So,
Is
Eris,
it-
you hear beside you.
Like
You
beside me
notice
is
this
Zoya.
very short drone that seemingly kind of like strolls up in your direction. It actually seemingly picks up a bunch of the feathers that were dropped off on the ground before turning in direction. It seems to be an attendant drone that looks towards you and seemingly tries to offer a ticket selection.
Chicken selection.
It's right in front of Nox.
It's actually right beside Eris Vale and Naya right now.
Hmm.
Nox is going to pluck it up, or ooh, what is that? Run around, run along the railing if he has to, pluck it up, and he's going to quickly study it. It's
Okay.
fascinating architecture. It's marvel, beautiful work actually. Decent craftsmanship, little
How is
shoddy.
this accomplished?
The concept is brilliant. Imagine if I could make at least.
Best put it down, Nox.
Yep, it's these are not public prominence, I suppose.
Nox will begrudgingly put it down. Fascinating. Has its own built-in alarm system. Curiouser and
Indeed.
curiouser.
Okay. A clever little
Vale's
device.
just gonna put her head in her hand.
Oh, leave him alone. He's having fun.
I have no complaints with him having fun. I have a complaint that the damn thing seems to have an alarm.
Imagine having 10 of these type things on our ship for clearing stuff up.
Be able
We'll
to
see
replicate this
several
design.
of the guards will actually show up and be like, "Is there a problem, sir?"
No, actually, unfortunately, my eagerness to see such beautiful craftsmanship overtook my intelligence. I sincerely apologize.
Please keep your hands off of the custodial units.
Absolutely. I do have one question. Where would one find these things? Who manufactures these?
Ironblood Industries, if you have to ask.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. I will go and purchase one right away.
You'll kind of get a look from them like, "They've never met a Brahma before." I swear. They'll
Not-
kind of head back once they kind of see that it's just like another very curious folk who's touched the drone.
Nox will roll his eyes.
You pick
But it will seemingly offer a ticket selection for your ride.
Aw.
as in like
Helpful
first
friend.
class, secondary compartment.
It
Or
offers a first class option, a business class option, a premium option, and an economy option.
prices, please.
500 gold pieces for first class. 250 for business, 100 for premium, and 50 for economy.
How much gold have we got on us?
Some.
I'm assuming it's per person, yeah?
Per person.
Oh, bollocks.
Sitting at about 3,000 within the company treasury.
Thoughts all?
We should. Hmm.
You want to ride in luxury, it'll only cost you $2,000.
Nah.
That's a
Also,
little much. Little rich for our blood.
Aris, you need to stay very close to us. If people are getting kidnapped, taken, whatever, and they're not the general types,
Oh yeah, you are.
you're
I don't know
very
where I stand out, but I'm not like that hard. I stand out, but I'm not easy to kidnap as per se.
yeah, and neither is a 6-foot tall furbolg, and yet,
Also, my friend,
or beastkin.
do not forget. Polymorph is a thing indeed.
Also, out of all the things that are going around here, I don't know any of the rest of us that can potentially locate person. So,
We
you're our best bet on that.
indeed.
I'll be
we-
sure to stay close anyway. I have no reason to be wandering off as per se.
I'm not worried about your proclivity to wander off. I'm worried about everyone else's proclivity to take you without your request.
I'll stick close to you guys, and if something does go awry, you guys will be here.
Indeed.
Actually, you know what I'll do?
Oh my god, are you going to transform here?
I was going to wild shape.
Okay.
Into what?
Oh, I thought
Into
he was
what?
going to do the other. I thought he was going to do the other one. I was like, no
Oh.
illithid here. No illithid here.
Illithidant. Illithidant.
I Illith did? No, I
I'll
Illith didn't.
wild shape into a what would be kind of acceptable. What I see around? I guess that there's.
Wild shape is only animals.
I know.
If
I
you
was just-
wanted, if you wanted to like take the Mickey out of that fucking wizard, if we see him again, you could turn
Please
into a
God,
raven.
do a goose.
A goose or a raven?
Quack.
Since he is Raven something or other, is like his family name.
yeah, I'll make it a really fancy raven.
Ooh, like one of those African pied ravens, the really big ones with the huge beaks and the like fancy feathers.
You
She-
guys watch as Eris will. Eris, how does your magic kind of like kick off? Like, how do you look like when your magic kicks off?
That would be the couple of
Like anamorphing into a different bird.
basically
Vanish in a cloud of feathers.
Foomp.
be a couple feathers on top of my head that'll start glowing green, and then I'll just kind of poof.
Schwump.
And as you guys watch the magic unfold for Eris in a quiet and last minute thwomp sound, Eris becomes a raven.
Like a little
And
raven?
I'll land on Nox's shoulder.
It's more like oh, it's not even that. They can imitate a lot though. So you could definitely call that guy an asshole and he wouldn't, necessarily.
I am
I
curious.
say, do you
Wait.
gain any major?
Fuck
You
yourself.
do. You gain mimicry. The raven can mimic simple sounds it has heard, such as a baby cry, a person
Quack.
whispering, or animal chattering. You can hear the sounds and tell them to imitate something for a wisdom check. So, and I'm going to say you can do it.
I'll mimic the duck and sound much better.
Quack.
You are the superior quacker.
This man's going to be going quackers.
All from Nox's shoulder.
We're not here to aggravate the fucking idiot.
Are you
Oh,
sure about
no.
that?
Look, I'm very certain that I'll make plenty of enemies and call plenty of people assholes by the end of the afternoon, let alone probably antagonize every fool idiot that lives on the council here. So, don't tempt me.
But what if I want to?
Still don't.
But it sounds fun!
For whom though? For whom?
I honestly didn't consider that concept. Look, boy, droid, we're thinking about it, alright? We're trying to figure out how much we have to give you.
What
Very
were the
well?
prices again? Sorry, just
500 for first class, 250 for business, 100 for premium, 50 for economy.
How many of us are there?
Does it say anywhere what do we have to pay for compression and mortis? Like a mortis I can understand. Compression maybe not so.
Also Roven.
Well, Roven's going to sneak on his own way.
Yeah, I was gonna say Roven at this point is probably doing the ninja
He's
thing.
probably already slodged into the side of the car.
Do a chance die
Oh, chance.
to bypass
Wait, to bypass what?
having to pay for compression.
Low. Wait. Ah, 8.
It does not see it as a person.
This is luggage.
It seems to pick up that compression does not have a. I don't want to use the word soul, but it does not pick up that it does have a life signs or lifelike systems. It seems to be picking up more like an assistant drone.
It's an auto gnome type thing.
It's an all-gnome type thing.
Does it pick up Eris?
In my Ravenclaw.
Er- Eris, do a chance die with advantage.
Is the heiress not a guy?
Well, you did do it in front of him.
Yeah, but it's an auto gnome. Or it's a construct. It probably has very low intelligence.
That's why I said I gave
That's
you advantage.
D100, right?
It's a D100, call high or low. And then roll twice.
Go high. You want me to roll again?
Yep. It still seems to recognize Eris.
One. Four. What about Mortis?
I say premium class.
Oh, that's a good question. What about Mortis? Because he's like, obviously, this man ain't alive, but
I mean, he looks humanoid.
that's true. And Nia's not exactly going to argue against it.
Problem is, compression looks humanoid too.
Ish.
This is a place where artificers go.
Yeah, but what about the undead?
Well, it's still
How about we
technically a
don't talk
person.
that too loudly in case the Knights of the Dawn get like super pissy about it?
Well, I'm not asking a thing. So what about this undead person beside us here?
Oh, thank you. And here I thought you guys didn't have much for sense, but I guess I was proven wrong.
Ildaya, I will let you do a chance die.
Normally I wouldn't like be this not petty, but like
I'm gonna call low this time.
what if, but
Oh
it's like
wow, that was very high.
oh
Nope, it recognizes Mortis as a person.
That's Nia's like. I mean, it's unfortunate for our wallets, but Nia is undoubtedly, undeniably pleased at that.
Good.
I'm inclined to say that the corporation will pay for this, so Nox will pull out one. It recognized errors, right? Yeah. 500 gold. Oh, 600 because my Slapneck's with me.
Slapneck, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Right, what's his face? I completely forgot about what's his face.
That's 600
I
gold,
can
right?
recall the face, but I can't recall the name.
Okay, what's his name then? Gosh,
Hey, I just thought it was funny.
it is. It is. I'm just being persnickety.
Do you guys buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tickets?
Yep,
Or
I pull 6.
100 gold each, so 600 gold?
Yep, I already put that as... pull that out.
Okay. 600 premium tickets. And that does come with 1 daily free drink, access to the dining car. It gets a good chirp reception. Da-da-da-da. And then standard access to amenities.
And what would be considered amenities?
Oh, it's-
There's a nice booth you can sit.
Wow, they don't skimp on ideas then.
You paid for premium. 2 classes lower.
I'm not surprised at all. This is how these places tend to go.
Must be why I visited them all at one point or another.
And eventually, as you guys purchase your tickets and the tiny drone goes ahead and wheels himself away,
With Vale wincing every time she hears it, simply because it's like somebody gets some goddamn grease on that wheel.
you eventually hear,
Suppose that's our boarding signal, isn't it?
Very likely, I'm sure. What? I take, was it platform 3 that that train would have just come in on?
Yes.
What sort of information is on it, that sort of thing? Like,
This is Storm Express 15. It is a standard model lightning rail. It has 9 cars. And it is finest quality of Ironblood Industries.
yeah.
All right then, let's attempt this, shall we?
Mind we take a quick bio break?
Big fabric.
Actually, no one. Don't have to. Don't have to worry about blocking stuff out. We're back.
Mic check.
check.
Checking my mic. There we go.
Check.
Yep, we're good.
The right speakers are being conformed to.
Perhaps.
We hope.
Yeah, on my leg.
You guys go ahead and head onto the train and already see people kind of moving back and forth. You head into the entrance, but the first person you actually see is this very short lizard person who's seemingly walking back and forth on what looks to be like a table that he's using as kind of a step stool. He's holding small. To him, they look big, but he's holding effectively flasks of drink as he can.
Hello, Goblin.
Puts it down.
Oh god, that wasn't the goblin?
No, it's not. It's a tiny, tiny lizard man.
Oh my god.
He introduces. He's Gask. Gask Flask. Welcome to bar.
Indeed.
He offers a drink.
Can I smell the alcohol in his breath?
Is Gas
Surprisingly
wear a
s-
mask?
Let's see here. Does he have? Yes.
I do.
There. Gask Flask now has a mask.
What?
Oh.
What? The,
I-
what?
I managed to click on the one thing in the fucking shadow when I went to move my character. I was like, oh, what is that? Oops, I don't know who I have access to, but it's over here.
Oh. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay, so you know.
Do not fear.
But you go ahead and head into what looks to be like the dining car. You can see he's already kind of like pouring small orders of drinks. Some of them are potions. Some of them are just a mix of alcoholic beverages. It takes him a little moment as he kind of does like as he waddles across to prepare different drinks. Eventually, the conductor drone will come back to collect all your tickets.
Sorry, I just had a Rick and Morty flashback to Tickets Man. Oh, no one here would know that reference.
I do. I knew what you were talking about.
Oh, thank God.
Oh god. Again?
And he'll approach each of you for your ticket.
I will hand him mine and Klapnik's ticket.
Nia passes over hers and Mortis's.
Would I be able to do a quick inspection of what's causing the squeaking noise?
It's his lower wheel.
As I'm handing the tickets, can I quickly do like a little oil on it?
I guess a sleight of hand.
Nat one.
Well done.
You go ahead and just splash him
Oh no!
with oil. This lady has noticed. This man has noticed. As you kind of like reach out to go ahead and squirt him, but instead you kind of overstep, and your left hand kind of buckles underneath you, and you just openly splash the drone. It seemingly swirls around, but does not make a noise because it has now been oiled.
Hooray!
As it then seemingly starts to pick up the oil from the ground.
Not by intent, but the end result is still desired. Hopefully that will ease all of our ears during this trip. Fox is going to say to the other passengers with a smile. I'm not even trying
And
to
it will-
hide the fact that they fucked that up.
And he will actually direct you to your cabins.
Lovely.
Ah, thank you.
Cabin.
If you actually go down to the next left and down,
Hooray.
Ah.
Oh, I took Gask with me.
Oops. Oh, just little berths.
Why is there two Klapniks?
don't worry about this.
Klapnik fucking asexually reproduced. Oh my god.
He underwent mitosis.
That's not it.
In this case,
And
I can't even fault your discussion of this simply because you are entirely correct.
Yeah, meiosis would have been, sexual reproduction, which this was not.
Indeed.
but he'll stop in front of 3 separate rooms. Each of them have double bunks in them.
Right.
Or quietly squeaking away. Actually, sorry, he typically goes this way.
My cat on his lap, and I'm jealous because she won't sit on my lap while we're on the computer.
She
Oh
hasn't?
no.
Wait, she hasn't? Oh shit, she like
No.
wouldn't get off my lap for 5 minutes. I was petting her one day, and I was like, I need to keep doing stuff on the computer, and she just sitting there.
She sits on my
Menacingly.
lap on the couch, but not at the computer. She loves it more than me.
These are 3 rooms.
Those are your 3 rooms.
Are they bunk beds?
They are, in fact, bunks.
Uh,
Well, that's fine.
I heard an explosion.
That's less fine.
You do feel the cars begin to move.
But why explode though? Why explode?
Something tells me that these trains are not the most
What
well
was it?
maintained.
Ironheart Industries with you all the way?
Oh boy, all the way to where?
Apparently not very far.
That's the best case scenario.
All the way with you into the grave. Or they'll leave you
Uh-huh.
body to rot.
Eris, what are you doing?
Thank you. That's even more.
I'm still in Raven form on Nox's shoulder.
Sorry, let me put you back as a raven.
Can he speak common as a raven?
The druid can speak when in wild shape if their new form is physically capable of doing so.
And ravens are.
Technically, a raven can mimic small sentences.
Ooh, that's a tough call. Well, I guess ultimately DM like
Look, he has the intelligence, and the raven form has the capability.
so he may.
I will say that, Eris, you are currently limited to 3-word sentences.
I like it.
That works.
I can't
For the
keep
3-hour
up.
duration that you are currently in. And so you guys begin your travels.
All right, who's
boy.
bunking with whom?
I guess I do have our companions. I say, pointing to Raven on my shoulder. You may actually have a bunk alone, unless you're comfortable holding a platonic or a compression. Actually, you know what? Would you be okay having compression with you?
Honestly, I think compression ought to stick around with our birdish friend here.
Well, the thing is, I think Bud and Platonic are going to be with compression seat. Have Naya with her brother. Platonic, I don't think much on top of that person. I'd much rather
Do
you
you
not
want to
be
be
alone.
in the center room? Well, usually I have a bitchy astral elf to keep me company who needs to sleep under the bed. So, yes, some company wouldn't go awry.
Compression, as usual, Dale can give you lawful orders to keep us safe.
You'll see him kind of immediately make a standing pose. Klapnik will actually follow through for a second, like trying to figure out whether or not this is like the appropriate mannerisms that one under Lord Knox would do.
Ethnic, your methods of respect are appreciated.
There you go, sir.
Poke a cat in the eye.
Oh no. Okay.
Damn.
Can't hear anybody over the purring that's happening here.
She's rolling my dice.
Yes, they are. They move. What did you expect? She goes after my hair all the time. And now she's throwing them on the floor.
Yep. They're going to be under the desk before you know it.
They are. And now she wants to go after them.
She does. She's a kid.
I will throw you off my desk if you whack the dice away. And make sure you land comfortably on your feet. I'll still throw you off my desk.
It's half my desk. You can't do that.
Anyways. There we go. No more kitty.
Goodbye, kitty.
She'll still try and figure out if they're still on the floor to roll them under the desk.
Okay, so
If you will.
sleeping arrangements have been sorted.
Yep. I do believe so, yes. We seem to have come to an accord.
How long is this voyage?
3
3
days.
days. Is there... How big are our rooms, out of curiosity? Like, are we getting much for privacy or no? So 3 of us can
Like,
fit in a room.
like
really.
15 feet.
And because they're bunk beds, we can technically stack 2 people on top of each other.
Yes.
Good to know.
Compression did not technically count as a person.
Yeah, now I'm regretting that one.
We can just store him in a corner.
Friends, I do recommend we get acquainted with this train, but also see if we can find some place where we can talk in private. I think we've got much to discuss.
That's very much the case, I think, yes.
Could we ward a room?
That doesn't seem possible, at least. So how are we gonna go about doing that?
Simple enough. Let's go up and down the hallway, see where our limits are. We're here for 3 days. We might as well understand where our home turf is if anything happens.
Honestly, I'm quite expecting something to happen.
We're on a train. This is the classic place for a murder mystery, after all.
Exactly.
Only when certain amounts of several varieties of people decide to murder a child.
A what?
Why don't we not have this conversation in the hallway?
Hello, Murder on the Orient Express.
Didn't know that the victim was a child in that one. I've never
If
actually.
I recall, it was if I recall, it was a kid, and that was the interesting thing. Does anybody mind Agatha Christie spoilers? Gonna take that as a no. Murder on the Orient Express was awesome simply because the one guy who killed, or was killed, ended up being, like, the biggest scumbag. And he also ended up, like, accidentally leading to the death of a child of a particular family that it turned out that all these other people on the train were, like, very loosely connected to, but all felt somewhat responsible for. And this guy basically got off with a not guilty verdict, so they quietly bought out all of the compartments on this one particular train ride, except for the one that the famous detective ended up on, and took their revenge for this kid that ended up dead.
Oh my word.
It was one of, like, I really enjoy that one. That was a very, very excellent variety.
Sorry, were you licking yourself?
Anyway, yes, Murder on the Orient Express. Nothing to do with this.
And aside, move along. Oh,
Oh, it's you.
Why are you in these hallways? Shouldn't you be somewhere more prestigious?
I am attempting to get past already.
You have a.
You could start with "excuse me."
Shall not pass.
Yes, you're right. Excuse me, all of you, out of the way now, and that filthy area in the background.
I'm sorry, but my Christ, what the hell would compression? My companion here requires maintenance cycle. He seems to have completely solidified. You may have to find another way around.
Talk. Time. I need you out. Go.
Same guy
shoot.
again, right?
Same guy.
My
I'm gonna fly and buzz around his head.
Is there still
Ah,
red?
Stupid
Dear
peddler.
gods! Waxworth, protect me!
Doc can't help.
No.
Shit,
Oh.
I shit on his shoulder and then fly back to Nox's shoulder.
Okay,
Oh.
Fluvatuk.
a range attack?
Just defecating all over him. What do you want from me? I'm flying
A
literally around
range-
his face.
I guess
Arranged.
a D20 plus your dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
I think
how
in
it
this
goes.
case it's poopsterity.
D20 plus
I
dex, you say?
Considering
The
what he's trying
1D20
to
plus
do,
your dex.
I'd almost call it dexterity because he's trying to be one.
I want to see what a nat 20 rolls.
I honestly am, like, as much as this guy's a dick, I'm somewhat curious, simply because it's like you're either a complete dick or you've got issues, dude. Could go either way.
Oh.
7.
Oh, that's
You're-
not so well.
Hoop lands square between his feet, but the effect is nonetheless. He grasps towards his goose, holding the close to saddlebags that it carries, and he's like, "Oh, dear God, filthy Aryan creatures, all of you! I swear to gosh, I will be going ahead and making sure everyone knows about the quality of their letting these people on. Dear,
Oh, god damn it. Be aware of the fact that they let you on. With us.
yes, unfortunately, I couldn't rent
Well,
out the whole
obviously-
trade.
Yes, you couldn't buy out the whole train, so obviously you're not as rich and well-mannered as you thought you were. And obviously you have so many friends because there's so many people coming to your rescue. At the end of the day, you sound very much like a sad, pompous man who is too pompous to realize that he has no one except for a goose he cannot speak to, who won't speak to him back, who'd rather quack than actually honk the way they're supposed to, because all you have is ego.
You know, I'm sorry, before you respond, Swan.
Do not cover your ears of the common whore. We do not go ahead and listen to
Excuse
such
me,
words.
Nox is going to look at him doing like the throat cut, like, stop where your head, stop where your head, don't, just don't.
What did you just call me?
Oh no. Nia, looks at
Vale's like got her hands on the sides of her hood and is seriously contemplating seeing how scary she can look.
Oh my.
She hasn't pulled it back yet, but there is a very severe chance that this might happen.
Uh-oh.
Vale, give me a perception check real quick.
Nat 20.
Oh, damn.
You can very much feel this vibration from your hip as words cross many language barriers, but Kadros is very much uncomfortable with what's being treated towards his champion.
Oh, this guy. We're gonna have to kill this guy, Mr. Norris.
Okay. What was this guy's name again? Sorry, I just...
Baron Hugh Ravenworth.
Okay, Baron Hugh Ravenworth. I don't care much for your attitude, but I'm going to say one thing. Let's just respectfully end this conversation because unfortunately my friend here will do things that I'd rather not she does. How about you go on your...
Honestly, I'd prefer to very much not get blood on my coat because yours is worthless.
Let's just
Oh.
part ways as is, as politely as we can. We understand.
Actually, if you leave and we don't see you for the rest of our time on this planet, I would even somewhat forgive your unforgivable language. To someone you do not know, somebody who may as well be above you as opposed to simply below you, and honestly, at the end of the day, your pomposity and lack of money and class, and an attitude problem that extends far in front of you, far larger than your dick actually may be, because I'm quite certain at this point it's
My.
just a button.
My
He said the
word.
wrong word.
You really want to go pissy on me because I can get much worse and I can eviscerate you without the sword and the blades. You may have magic, sir, but at the end of the day, you do not have class and you do not have poise and you have nothing worth actually involving yourself in anybody else's business but those poor peons who are required by your gold to pay attention to what you say.
Brief.
Now, should you decide that you need to be using such foul, incomprehensible language to, again, people you do not know, I suggest you potentially decide against that. Now, in the meantime, go away.
Yeah.
And good sir, I would suggest you back up.
He takes a step forward.
I'm going to
To
get
be-
in his face.
Ooh.
Proof that you cannot buy manners.
He suggested that when he showed up.
Naya, I really
Oh.
suggest if you have some...
I'm
Yeah.
not going to hurt you.
But-
However,
yeah.
I would suggest you stand down. And I'm
Sorry,
just
I'm pulling together my dickhead vocabulary in my head.
Alright, give Swan a second. He may actually need to write a script for this. It's legit.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like,
Nia gently, Nia scoots around Mortis. If I could just
I think that's a good for what it's worth there, Swan.
put
you're
the hand
really,
on Vale's
really
shoulder.
good at creating dicks. I'm really
Yeah.
impressed with your
Uh-huh.
asshole
Oh,
characters.
This guy is. We've said less than like 100 words to him, and we already hate him. It's great. It's great.
He brought it on himself.
He has been exceptionally douchey. Nia just sort of lays a hand on her shoulder. Vale, did you know that I'm familiar with this? She casts the
Douchebaggery?
plant. Nia pats her shoulder. Just let me cook.
Very well.
And she's like, I'm familiar with this individual's company, shall we say? They've
Did he
It's
call you?
Turtletainment.
yes, of course. I tend to not really pay terribly much attention to offers as insulting as the ones I've received from this turtletainment, and now I understand why. She looks him up and down, curls her lip just a little bit.
And you are?
Neocomb.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard of any second-rate quality shows at this time. Excuse me, both of you. And truth be
Good
told, madam,
you.
if you're going to go ahead and use that mouth, do it for something better and keep it quiet.
Oh no.
And,
His teeth are very,
and he
very
will-
obvious.
He
Vale,
will
I'm afraid we're gonna
briefly,
have to kill this guy.
he will briefly turn into a silvery mist and disappear in front of you, reappearing. Eris, I'm going to technically need a dexterity check.
Yeah, fans.
He's using Misty Step.
Oh great, he's a fucking. What are all your elves douchebags, guy?
Technically not an elf. He's just an asshole wizard.
Oh boy, I hope he's the I hope he's the victim. Oh, exciting.
Oh, Eris, what'd you get for dexterity check?
One sec. Dexterity. Which? Sorry.
This is just this is just to avoid any bludgeoning as this fat ass lands like in your square.
So dexterity saving is looking for.
Yeah, it's a dexterity saving.
You'd be needing
What a
to use
rank
the
save.
dexterity of the crow.
Yeah, the
The
crow may have
Okay. You are able to successfully kind of push your body up to avoid him landing immediately on you as he forms into your way. Quacksworth politely. Oh my god, I've taken everyone with me. Quacksworth coming behind him. Quack. And deal with
Yeah,
the
waves
goddamn
and
menial
stuff. I guess
folk trying to think that they're something of class.
He's not going to survive this trip.
Won't be my hand that causes it.
Oh, not mine either, but he. I don't know how he survived this long. Great googly moogly.
Problem is, it's bureaucracy. I am sure you're very well of these sort of locations where even money doesn't have to grease palms. Your reputation of one can.
He makes a little ugh noise.
I don't like it either, but we must be careful.
Eh. She makes a little so-so gesture, but is otherwise, just sort of nods. Goes to inspect the berths.
Is that gunfire in the distance?
No, it's just the sound of
Okay.
the train.
Okay, no, just it actually sounds like war in the background, but if it's supposed to be just train noises, fair enough.
It's just train noises.
Okay.
Vale is still like standing very stock still and like audibly trying or like obviously trying to calm herself down enough that she doesn't decide to
Oh,
become violent.
I'm so sorry. It was technically guns in the background, but go on.
When were these guns in the background?
Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Audio screwing up.
Oh, okay, jeez.
No, I have a soundboard and I have a back playlist, and the guns were playing. Distant Battle with Guns was playing at the same time. So you were like, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
they were
there
guns.
should be. Go on anyway.
We must be careful around people like that. As much as we may despise them, as much as pompous they are, some of them actually have power more than we understand, especially when it comes to certain attitudes. Let's just avoid him if we can.
If I see him before the end of this trip, it will be too soon.
Agreed.
Concurred.
Right.
Anything
Where
from
was
you,
that
Eris?
bar? And
Your 3 words.
What? A dickhead.
Nia holds out her hand, makes a little chirping noise, like, come here.
I'm still Eris. Go over there anyway. 'Cause why not?
Nia gives his head a little scritch.
That is the strangest sounding bird I've ever heard. You need to work
Well,
on your imitation, Eris.
he's not imitating, he's actually a bird.
The raven.
Still a raven, so I'm acting as such.
So, what do you guys do for the rest of the day? You just, or I was gonna say it's technically like midday towards like evening times.
Look, the raven. I'm a bird.
I'm gonna go find a drink. Like, now.
Understandable.
I was gonna say gas flasks is always open.
I'm gonna go find something lovely, because that was terrible.
That sucked, dick.
You go ahead and return over towards the dining cart and bar. Gask is politely moving around different drinks from his table, making sure to organize them by color.
You appreciate your drinks by color, sir.
Ready.
Never a bad thing.
You'll see he like walks over to like a small cauldron that he's kind of like brewing things in before like pouring technically a shot into each. To him it looks like a big cup, but to you it's like a shot glass.
Fair. So I'm just gonna sit quietly. How long have you been on this train? How long have you been mixing drinks?
Weird. Drinks. 1 week trade. I'm gonna have lots of businesses. Business here,
He kind of
Ooh.
points like to one side of the table.
business over here.
Sounds very effective, sir.
Swan, I'm just got a message that someone joined the chat. Is that or our group?
Yeah, I got that too, but I couldn't see who they were.
All good though?
Oh, good.
Ready to like
But
punch
he will
people's faces.
he will offer a drink if you're interested.
Does he choose it, or do I?
What are you interested in?
What are
Depends
you
what he's
buying?
offering.
What are you buying?
Well, I get a complimentary jink per day. Make it tasty, but surprise me. If you're interested.
He goes ahead and starts to pull together a delightfully little show as he very quickly kind of skitters across the table and pulls out, first of all, a small flask. Then he goes ahead and pours in a white looking liquor. He stems it with a little bit of a leaf on top and then puts a small wild berry inside. Closes up the flask and immediately shakes it with his two tiny hands.
Unknown.
Just worried about copyright, that's all.
I don't think this is.
I think this is. It honestly sounds like something I've heard in a.
This is just called magic shop music.
Okay, perfect.
Also, we've been playing this a bunch of times.
Okay, then we're fine. Perfect.
Yeah, this isn't new music.
Okay, sorry.
He puts a little bit of a wild berry kind of on top, and as he puts the wild berry in and shakes it and pops the top back off, you see a little bit of psst kind of come up, almost like a cool mist will kind of appear before he delightfully lifts it with all of his strength and puts it in front of you.
What do you call this, sir?
Banshee's breath.
Pretty's breath? Is that what I heard?
Banshee's breath.
Alright, I'm trusting you. I'll take a sip.
It tastes sweet and has a similar effect to a mint gum. It feels cool to the touch.
Oh, it's like a grasshopper.
Yes.
Vodka and peppermint. you
Yes.
Well, this is rather tasty, sir. Thank you.
You'll see he like goes to like you've often seen like bartenders who've like taken a cloth and kind of wipe things down. He takes one cloth and runs the entire length of the bar, turns around, runs the other length of the bar, turns around, runs the other length of the bar.
He's a skink?
He's like the size of a skink.
I love him. I love him. Can we take him home with us? Can we take him with us? Is this one ours?
You want to take the bartender home with you?
I kind of do, yes, but maybe later.
We
Guys
can,
are open up.
I mean, he doesn't take up much space. We can like have a bartender on the ship.
Right.
We'll
Just-
discuss it
We'll
later.
discuss it later.
Just a little creature.
Spirit pokes his head out of my pocket as I hand him a coin.
Oh god, Spirit, haven't heard of that little guy for a while.
Yeah,
So,
we haven't seen
Mr.
him in a
Flask.
bit.
What do you do when you have, What?
Nothing.
What?
Drunken sailor.
Oh, no. No drunken sailors yet. That's a different thing. Sorry, that was a OC. What do you do when you have, God damn it, now it's in my head, too. Fuck off, no.
I'm sorry, I'm in a mood today. I apologize everyone if I'm derailing.
He's derailing my thought process. Anyway, what do you do, Sir Flask, when you have to deal with,
Imbeciles.
pompous dickheads who, believe that they're more superior than you? How do you handle that? What do you do?
He takes a moment to kind of consider what you're asking him before you see him kind of skirt underneath the table for a second. And when he comes back up, he carries with him what looks to be like a paralyzed living giant firefly with a bloated kind of stomach to it that lights up part of it. You see in the center of it is a bubbling liquid of a navy blue color. And he pops off the top and immediately emits like a fragrant, odd, musky odor. And he kind of gives a wink and then corks it back.
He drank it?
No, God, no. He's offering it.
What may this be, sir? Or do you know of whom I speak already?
The best way I'm going to describe this is effectively meat with animal. The description says a paralyzed living giant firefly with a bloated potion-like stomach that lights up in the center when you squeeze the potion out of it. The bubbling liquid is a navy blue in color. It emits a odd musk from your skin, causing wild animals to be randomly attracted to your location.
Oh god.
That is a thing.
That's
Well.
hilarious.
Useful as that may be, sir, I'm not entirely certain I'd wish to, Actually, honestly, I'm quite certain that the wild animals don't necessarily need to be within 20 feet of him. He's
Wild
that much
animals
of a
don't
dick.
deserve that.
Precisely, wild animals don't deserve that at all. But I do thank you for your generosity.
And he'll offer the potion to you if you wish, but otherwise returns to his playful duties of preparing new drinks for individuals that are passing through. You'll see he's got a little ticket line. It's got effectively post-it note size orders for him.
Oh god, I love this guy.
My inner chef sympathizes with him.
Is there any way I can assist you?
You'll see he like kind of like gets out of breath and like offers the towel for a second.
I can do that. I'll start gently washing shit, I suppose.
Spirit will join you as he like tries to like crawl out of your pocket into the over the counter, and the two of you will spend time kind of rubbing dishes down as he makes the individual drinks and starts sending them on their way to people's rooms.
I'm deliberately not going to look for Baron Von Fuckface and try and spike his drink at all. I'm not going to do that because I'm bigger than that.
Oh god, we just got the poison too. Wait, did we take the poison?
I do believe we did.
I know nothing of any poison and I'm not here to mess with him. I am going to be a bigger person and it's not going to happen, thank you. As much as I would very much like to, I'm going to be the bigger person. Even though it's a D&D game and I'm trying to be a bigger person in reality too. But still!
And I'd say you help him for a good hour, just kind of
I got nothing better
assisting
to do.
before his order line gets smaller, and he takes a moment to like take effectively a lunch break, which is a tiny sandwich and a tiny drink of water.
Oh.
I honestly am like picturing like fairy size and oh my god, that sounds adorable.
He's so cute. He's just a little guy. Just a little creature.
Well, sir, you're welcome to come join our ridiculousness if you'd like at some point.
Not us. On break. I'm on
Not
break.
now.
And
Now.
you'll see him kind of lean back and lay back and fall asleep on the table.
I'll wait for like things to come in before I wake him up with a little bit more water.
Where is it? There it is.
Mostly so he doesn't get too behind.
No current orders seem to be coming up for him.
I got nowhere to be, so I'll hang around.
Okay. Does anyone else do anything as the night progresses?
Absolutely. Nox is looking for a quiet meeting for these close to.
I'm sorry, you were kind of cutting in and out there.
Oh, really? Okay. Nox is going to look for a meeting room. Essentially, his goal is to I want to say case the entire train, but not case it like he's getting ready for a heist, but just know where the little details are. The exit, the doors, the flow of traffic, and all that.
As you kind of review over the train, you could do an investigation check.
Can't get over that.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Ooh, look at
Damn,
you.
sheesh.
As you get closer towards the front of the train, you'll definitely find out that this is all just business class people, if not for the first class. The front door is guarded by a servitor android, if you will, who seems to be protecting the engineer and conductor's components. Second class or larger rooms are located here. They are more for the premium and business classes. Sorry, for the business class. They seem to be holding multiple people involved, possibly more for meetings and whatnot. As you go into the middle car and the dining car, it seems to just be a general meeting area with lavatories. You go ahead and see people have already started to pick up their rooms in the premium location. You know what the rooms look like. You have the dining car where orders are coming through from the kitchen and the servitor drones that provide them from the kitchen located here. And then you have Gask, who provides his potions as well as his light drinks to individuals who pass through, including Miss Vale and Mr. Spirit.
So,
You have... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, all in all, this is actually a pretty small train.
It's a pretty small train, yeah.
Interesting.
All 9 cars of it.
That's
you
not
have-
a lot.
You have the economy class housing here, which you could see people who've been coming through. They are very small rooms, basically not even full sized. You're pretty cramped inside. As you move further back, you'll find what looks to be like the general luggage.
None of our stuff is in there, right?
None of your stuff is in there. But this just seems to be a series of things that are being transported through and from. After that seems to be more of a storage component, an empty cart.
Good
And the last cart is a caboose, and you can hear the stockpile of animals.
So a few questions. In my journeys, obviously I was not allowed into the engine room, right?
I don't think they would open the door for you.
Yeah, it's essentially like there's an armed guard, and it's like, do not trespass.
It's a locked door.
Gotcha.
Please fuck off.
Yeah. Secondly, would I be able to get a head count of the amount of people on this train?
It being so late at night, you could have picked up. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4. About 13 people, not including you guys, that you've seen, and 3 drones.
So that is possibly hinting that not all rooms are full. Or am I incorrect?
You are correct.
Unknown, but possibly rooms aren't full. We have this storage area, not the storage area, but the one behind it. That's actually, no one was in there.
Which one?
Bottom right.
No, that's just an additional storage area.
All right, so we do have a room where we can all chat and meet in. Was there a hassle for me to get through into that room?
There is indications that they would prefer people not to continue out.
But just to walk like past the that kitchen area, they didn't say anything. They were like, yeah.
No, because this is all economy anyway.
Gotcha. Okay, so we do have a meeting room that has some relative silence. Okay. Did I have a third question? No, I guess I'd have to do a bit more of an investigation. So, At this point, Nox will, as he returns back up front, he'll inform everyone, hey, there's a room in the back. No one's in it. We have a space for us to chat freely. I'd like us all to meet there later tonight. Hour and a half.
Tonight. All right.
And essentially, yeah, that Nox would tell everyone that, and he'd go into the room there with compression and clapping. And whoever else decided to join him.
Okay.
And he would, hold on, what's the door, the entrance door? This one or this one?
Technically, the entrance door would be this one.
Okay, so then he'll have Clapnik and compression act guard. As Nox will sit down on a chair and begin sketching out designs for his new rifle.
One bad news coming up.
Bigger than bad news. Bad news wish that I could deliver news on this this caliber.
Let me put it this way. The only reason you want to go bigger than bad news is because you basically want a pneumatic railgun.
I never said railgun.
You didn't have to.
No, I don't need a railgun. I need an anti-material rifle.
Same thing.
Anyway,
Eris, Elnaya, do you
Even if
guys
I
go
weren't,
to
like-
join Nox in the separate cart?
And notice, yeah, do tag along.
how soon do you guys come in?
I guess probably last. Mia is, taking her time, poking around a little bit. Well, doing her best to appear like she's not poking around, like she has somewhere to be, she just isn't there yet.
Uh-huh. Vale will wait until, like, it's very clear that Gask is not getting any more orders, and then she'll leave.
He's so cute.
All
Maybe
right, you
hurry
guys
on
all-
your behalf, Naya.
Eh?
If you wish for the tiny skink to become part of our entourage, I have suggested it to him.
Oh,
Or was that me metagating because you completely didn't say that out loud? In which case, forget the last 30 seconds.
You follow your instincts there, hun.
I
Yeah,
don't know what
instincts.
Inskinks.
my instincts. Oh, aren't you funny?
I am the worst, and I know it.
No, you heard. Okay, shoot.
You both were chuckling. You be quiet.
We have the whole party with us.
You do have the whole party with you.
Eris is here.
Eris is there.
Yep. I'm,
Good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'd spoken. Go ahead.
I'm there. It's fine.
All right, friends. Well, this, whatever. It is what it is. We're all used to this stuff by now.
We are? How often do you get called a hooker?
Oh no. That man deserves to. I'd like to drag him behind our Spelljammer on a rope at the edge of our atmosphere bubble. Trust me.
Well, our friendly neighborhood bartender gave me a way of dealing with him. I just don't think that the poor wild animals deserve to deal with that one.
There's something about that gentleman that's. I'll be honest.
Everybody
As much
calls
as he's an absolute piece of work,
Something's up.
yeah, there's, and even so, there's an attitude about him. There's something more. I'm curious about who he is, what he is, that sort of stuff. But that's irrelevant.
Insecure as fuck? Small man syndrome?
Oh, all syndromes come from somewhere, but it's irrelevant. Right now, I want to talk to all of us while we're in somewhat silent ears. And actually,
Can we make a perception check, see if anybody's listening?
I never. And that Nox was just literally paused, going, "I never checked this room for any sort of bugs. I don't think it's possible. Let's just do a quick look, everyone."
I'll actually come out of wild chip at this point.
We're probably nearing the end
Okay.
of your 3 hours.
So it just sort of pops out of verb shape into larger verb
Yeah.
shape.
You see a
21.
of feathers as Eris kind of reappears.
13 on an investigation.
You know what?
And this is to spot like traps or listening devices.
Yeah.
Anything.
Mia actually has a point in that. Okay.
Mia sounds so surprised.
Nia forgot where she put shit on her sheet, and it's a 14.
Give me a second.
Nia is not very good at the actual mechanical bits of this stuff. Nia is just here for the
Mia
vibes.
will get better.
I mean, is here to provide the vibes.
That's also true.
You know, that's.
Let me make a random dice roll.
Oh, that's always fun.
And
I
special
probably wasn't
service.
expecting it.
Okay.
So 21 here.
Actually, I have a bunch more bonuses to it because I'm using my thieves tools. Investigation and perception. So I want to investigate.
Well, there's your roll, Swan.
That would now actually be a 21. I'm using thieves tools, proficient, that sort of stuff.
You do not find anything that indicates to you this time any mechanisms in place that look to be traps or anything that show
I was looking for listening devices, so
evidence of a listening device, but you do get the uncomfortable sensation that you are under watch.
I don't want to be here. I'm not comfy. We're leaving. Right now. Let's go. Now, wait a second. Is it just one of us that's getting that sense? Or is it the entire room? If we walked out of the room, do we still feel as though we're being watched, or can we go back in and say, this is where it is?
You've been. I mean, I'm playing off of this moment when you gave me this roll.
What did?
I'm gonna walk outside the room and see if I can't get a different sense. Is it a person, or is it, like, the room?
You do still feel like you're being watched.
Just me?
You rolled high enough.
And Nox, then I take it.
Well, what did you get?
21.
You do feel as well.
Now, okay, with that, I'd like to do an arcane perception. Is that possible?
Scrying. Are we being scryed on?
Or an arcana? Or is that?
You can.
Right. So I'm looking.
24?
You're being scryed on.
Nox is gonna smile. No, he's not gonna smile, but just. Alright, my friends.
Okay.
We need to be ready for this. God, what the hell is it called? I'm literally having a brain fart real life. 1 second.
Sean?
Oh yeah, peace talks. That's
What's
what it is.
Did you send me a message?
Maybe that's get rid of the scribe.
You wouldn't know about this, why would you?
Would I?
I just said,
Oh,
are we being scryed on?
but you have to pass the check.
But I could sense that.
Did you tell
I
the
was-
others you're being scryed on?
Yes, were we informed?
That's what Nox is.
Well, I went out of the room to see if I still felt that uncomfortable feeling, and the answer was yes. So then I came back in, so I knew it just wasn't the room. My next thought was, are we being scryed on? Is one of us being scryed on? At which point Nox
Hasn't said anything yet.
hasn't said anything yet. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. So I would have asked, are we being scryed on? How do people play D&D in the same room with each other?
Easy.
Very carefully.
Apparently.
The trick is not metagaming. The trick is being able to, like, in character, out of character.
To answer your question, Eris, dispel magic does not work on magical So the description that I'm reading says that it does not. Dispel magic only affects spells, but it does not affect the effects of a magic item or magical effects that are not spells.
Shame we can't look through a scry.
So Nox is going to begin talking. All right, friends. Well, we need to get ourselves ready for what's ahead. We are about to engage in some very, very incredible, sensitive peace talks here. And as Nox is talking, he is going to, and I just want to do a quick look just because if it's somatic or whatnot, he's not going to do it. Damn it. Verbal and somatic for detect magic. Shit. Okay, so Nox wouldn't try and do that just yet. So he'd be looking at everyone. We need to get ready for these peace talks here. We need to be prepared because, well, as us being sent from Omiya 6, we are the delegation that will absolutely put together every part of this peace talk. Am I right?
Indeed, we must assemble all the pieces. Mia is catching on very quickly.
Absolutely. We need to make sure that we have the best plan of attack, that we can ensure the most profound and professional, reasonable, and articulate counter-arguments to anyone that chooses to try and banter us down. That's absolutely unacceptable.
Here, here.
Now, friends, I just want to hear all your information. I want you to just shout out everything you can. No idea is dumb. Just let's hear it all. Let's let the ideas flow.
Can we kill them all and let their gods sort them out?
That's not
That will bring peace. That will work well.
peace to whom, though?
Everybody who isn't there.
All right, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's hear your ideas. And as everyone starts rambling, Nox is gonna wait for people to just start yelling. Hopefully, someone's caught on. He is going to cast detect magic.
You do detect magic basically everywhere because you're on a magic train.
Mm-hmm. But I can
But you can-
identify schools of magic.
You can determine divination.
Everywhere? Like, it's not from an object. It's someone is...
Or not from like a focal point toward the person?
Not a focal point.
One is actively scrying us. Okay.
No, we're being divined. Because scrying actually has like a focal point that you see through.
Do an additional arcane check against that.
23.
You know,
I'm sending you a quick message.
For once in my life, I'm like really appreciating Nox being OP because damn, I'm uncomfortable enough already.
Welcome to Nox's house.
I don't like this train, I don't like this planet, I don't like the city, I don't like these people, I don't like this situation. Can we just go home? Where the fuck is home? Can we go pretend we have a home somewhere that isn't here?
Okay, one sec.
Vale might pretend that she is Roven and start blending in with walls at this rate.
Nice.
Do you need anything apart from
No.
Do you get what I mean when I say that there, Swan?
I really want to know what they're talking about. Dear God.
I can only really describe what I've said. It's not really a way I can describe it any differently without breaking beyond what you could determine from your detect magic and your
Okay.
history.
Okay. I hate to say it. I don't. You want to go to another channel quickly?
Result. What's up?
Hun, block your ears, please. When you say something like spellcrafts are artificial, what
So
is
there is natural divination magic, which is usually produced by somebody who uses magic through a magical item in order to look at other things and people.
keeps?
And then there's spellcraft, which is produced more through the same means that spelljammers operate.
Okay. No, now I understand 100%.
It is very. This is naturally made king crab that you can get from the ocean, and this is crab meat with exclamation marks around it, or like with do you get what I mean?
We are on
They both taste the same, but one of them is not technically crab meat.
Is it the best comparison is we are essentially on a spelljammer. Is that what I'm getting?
I mean, yes, this train is effectively a spelljammer,
Okay.
but
so,
but the effect is not from a person.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is essentially it's the security camera in the corner.
I will nod my head.
All right. Cool. Well, now that that's been resolved, Nox suddenly attuning himself a bit more to what's going on will sigh. God damn it! You know what? Sometimes my paranoia gets the better of me.
What's up?
This is a magical train, right, everyone? What do we constantly fly around in that's magical?
Somebody can hear us.
Of course.
Oh, so it would be the engineer that could hear us, or just in general, the person driving the train.
Exactly. Treat this as your metaphorical spelljammer, more or less.
We can't talk at all here.
We can talk along the train, more or less. Now, granted, every room
There's probably something he's watching.
the entire train is under his control, more or less. Now, he might not be directing the train, but it's still that same concept. So, regardless, everything we've talked about, every interaction we've had is watched. So,
I don't want to have anything here.
well, at the same point, understand that it's very possible that your privacy is being interfered. So, for those of you, I suggest you do not sleep nude if that is your thing, unless you're an exhibitionist.
Mike! Cough.
But at the same point, we have nothing to hide. Now, granted, I'd be concerned because people are. We're literally in the. We are in the ultimate society where money rules, so of course information is important. Just let's be careful of what we say, and presume that nothing you have done, said, or acted upon is private.
Lovely.
I'm going to pretend my name is Roven and begin blending with walls.
You'll see.
I can practice until they can't.
Well, suffice to say, let's. As much as I wish we could talk, our goal is simple. We prepared for what is coming, so make connections. Let's talk to people. And on top of that, we know of all leaflets we have seen. See what we can find about that. But ultimately, we're on this train for the next 3 days. We need to be careful, but we need to be aware. On top of that, I hate to say it. Wait, Eris, we did pay for your ticket, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so we're all paid up. No one's gonna come and demand 100 gold from us. Everyone's.
It's
But
only 3 days. It's only 3 days. It's only 3 days.
well, for what it's worth, at least you now have a witness. If he has been an absolute jackass to you and has assaulted you, you now have someone who could possibly be a witness. At the same point, please don't consider slipping something into someone's drink.
I wasn't planning on it.
I
I
know.
intend to be the bigger, classier person. With manners. That I don't need to buy because I just have them.
So, friends, head into the main city. We need to figure out what's going on as fast as we can. Out of character, was it only Nox? No, we all. Did we all see the scry? Or was it only Nox that saw the scry?
You can determine.
No, I mean, back in with Keeps. Of the creation of the bombs.
Oh, everyone could see it.
Okay, so we're all aware of what's at stake and what we need to look for. We're aware of the buildings we're looking for. So just make what connections we can, be friendly.
I'll practice melding with wall because I'm not very good at that part.
You do a stealth check.
Suppose I could play. See what I can see.
So was that Naya?
12.
It,
Sorry, what?
you're having trouble getting good lighting in order to get to meld enough with the wall.
Damn it. I'll find a
Roven has
way.
spent years practicing with meld with dirt first,
Naya, you're
burying himself in the yard.
Naya, you're underneath the chair there. Please hide yourself better next time.
Shut the fuck up, you tiny little gnome.
It like stifles a little laugh and
Which I apologize for. But at the moment, I've had a bit of a day, and I apologize for taking it out on you.
If
I
you
know I'm doing terribly.
if you want to be sneaky, that's fine. But I'm going to point it out so that you're better.
I appreciate that. Just right this minute, maybe point it out a little bit less intensely if you could. Vale's gonna have a very enthusiastic like gulp from her flask, and just not answer.
All right, friends. Does anyone have anything else to bring in? Honestly, I honestly believe that any sort of discussions that we have, please, private.
He gets a little glint in her eye. Well, did I mention that they tried that the turtle tainment tried to sign
Baron
me?
von Fuckface tried to
Yep.
sign you up.
Oh, and well, you know, it was she.
He tried to sign you up, but he clearly didn't recognize you.
No, he didn't. But
No, pardon me for asking, but you seem to have quite a following. You are. Is it possible that you're misjudging your popularity, or are you actually as popular as you are? Because if that's the case,
Oh damn!
I'm questioning what he actually knows and whether he may be a fool or not.
That's what I was thinking. And as for, truthfully, I was surprised at my popularity on Omiya 6. She sort of shrugs. I haven't really had the opportunity to check, as it were. It's sort of an area by area thing.
Music does not. We do not have a method of.
There is
Actually,
no
wait.
such
We
thing.
should. All of our church should have a essentially a radio station.
You
I
do.
suppose.
Yeah.
Does Nia ever hear any of her pieces on the radio then?
Do you offer your pieces to be played on the radio to protect copyright here?
I suppose. I suppose she would at least have some of them if they were popular enough, probably.
I would say that your music does get played. It's not always played on the bigger stations, but you do get heard out.
Alright. This is one of the weirder bits of playing a bard, I suppose. Especially in a setting with actual radios. When you're
Yeah, no
playing
kidding.
fancy, you're not thinking about your popularity, you're just playing for the crowds that are around, as opposed to the crowds that are very much not around. The literal faceless masks.
Otherwise, unless we have anything to say, and let's regroup here. I'll see what I can find about invasiveness. But otherwise, please mind keep yourselves secret. Knowledge is very much a commodity in this area.
And with that, you guys bunk up for the night.
Unless anyone has anything else to say, Nox will at that one kind of nod heads and let everyone filter out. Compression.
Sorry?
Someone just pinged compression.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing stuff.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Apparently. The world just went very black.
Uh-oh.
Yep, it's purposeful.
Uh-oh.
He's putting us in our beds.
Okay.
Hope so.
I'm effectively moving people around real quick.
We see our names.
Visible concern.
Actually, hold on. I see everyone's names. I'm looking over at Kaya's screen. She only sees few names, but I see everyone.
Some of y'all are set to all.
Kind of interesting. And mostly I say that so that... Yeah, I see me, Clap, Compression, Eris, and Gask. That's because I don't want to spoil any of the surprises we have.
I don't know.
I've made sure Spirit was in my pocket.
Good.
Spirit is
good.
still with you.
It's good to see spirits
Little
around.
buddy. Keep the little fellow safe. We love ye.
Sorry, guys. Hold on one second. I'm just moving tokens. So the day passes, and things are going okay.
I am instantly suspicious. Out of character.
I've been suspicious.
Meals are well performed and prepared.
1 second.
I need a perception check.
Oh, okay.
For what it's worth, sorry, I just realized I had this, and Nox would have done this before going to bed. He would cast Snare on the door.
19.
Your snare is well prepared. And I don't know what snare actually does.
As you cast a spell, you use a rope to create a circle with a 5-foot radius on the ground of the floor.
21.
When you finish casting, the rope disappears, circle becomes a magic trap. The trap is nearly invisible, requiring a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. Concern. They need to be beat at 18. Trap triggers when a small, medium, or large creature moves into the ground floor of the spell radius. The creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet over the ground of the floor. The creature is restrained until the spell ends. It can make a dex saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself as success. Alternatively, the creature or someone else who reaches them can use an action to make an intelligence arcana against a spell DC on success. Restrained effect ends.
Okay.
I have compression watching for me. And set a trap. And I got a 19.
Oh, we're not actually in bed?
This is the next day.
Ah, I see.
And Nox would cast this before going to bed each night and let Clapnick know sleep when you can, because you have night watch.
Hold on.
So if Clapnick isn't with me during the day, that's fine. If he's with me.
As you look along the landscapes, you get a good sense of looking at the desertedness of it all. Eating breakfast is kind of just a more... There's nothing really to look at or enjoy when you're looking at what the coalition has basically stripped the planet of. Mining out whatever resources are available to build for their own.
Didn't hear you.
And as you are...
Do this to me.
That's not what I want. I want
Fine,
new
really
train.
good.
Where's my train?
Training, I guess.
Oh.
Here it is. As you are riding along,
Where's our...
in the background you hear
Oh no, not again.
Again?
Would Nox know immediately black powder when he hears it? Actually, at this point, probably everyone would after the amount of shots he's made.
Yep.
Right.
over the loudspeakers, you hear a gunshot in the distance. In the car... Actually, it's 2 cars back that you hear a gunshot. And you hear something come over the loudspeaker.
Greetings, passengers. Sorry to interrupt your originally scheduled travels, but I've got word there was a pretty little gem on board. This train of yours that caught my eye, and goodness knows I'd love to have it around my neck. If y'all would be so kind, just lie down dead for me, so that way I can pick it up real quick. I'd really appreciate it. You can call me Nox.
Dang, this again.
Again?
You're too recognizable, Nox.
Outside the ship, you see a large red scorpion falling alongside.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And I need initiatives.
Oh God.
You need a what?
Roll
Initiative.
initiative, bitch.
Oh, because I heard a roll of ghosts. Just like, what?
Yes, you hear rolling ghosts coming through.
God.
Well,
What do I know about the scorpion?
voice.
Hi, Hunziger.
11. Actually, that's this is out of character of one of my friends.
You hear glass breaking in several of the rooms and people starting to cry out in the distance.
21.
11, unfortunately. Nia is slow as fuck.
Yes, I know that there's a bell somewhere.
Oh, pandemonium, wonderful.
The scorpion, what do I know about it? What can I roll to know more?
You could do your insight if you like.
All right. Mia got a 16 on insight, just because I feel she would also be curious about the general state of this thing.
Oh, it's-
Let's see what I can offer you. Oh, there's no clockwork core. I don't know why that's there.
Oh God.
So Ilnaya got a 16. Eris, you got a 2?
6.
6. Oh no, what was your initiative roll?
Oh,
Oh, 11. Initiative
11.
was 11, 16
4.
was insight.
My initiative was 4.
Rovin's not here right now. Vale, what'd you get?
Vale's in the bathroom right now.
Vale's in the bathroom. Nox, what'd you get?
Well, already
Bathroom
updated.
then.
12? Okay, thank you.
Oh, here she comes. What'd you get? Huh? 21. Vale got 21.
Vale got 21. Goddamn.
Sheesh.
Okay, we've heard the panic long enough.
Yeah.
Eris, for your 6, you know that scorpion ships are spelljammers that have been used previously when it came to old war styles. You know that most spacefarers speak of scorpion ships usually being used by goblin craft, although they are frames that are built with more exoskeletal forms. This is actually exactly what Overhaul's body is usually composed of, having 2 large claw-like rams and a piercing ram. This one, although they usually are built with a catapult on top, has an anti-personnel weapon on the tail. You also can identify that usually they have a very small crew, usually a triangular sail that is strung up from the tail connected to the legs. Usually it will house several orcs on board, but they're mostly used for warcraft. This one does appear to be highly efficient in combat, being well designed and very tightly knit. Its windows are shaded in.
How much of it can I see from where we're at? And is it like a direct broadside kind of thing?
It's running broadside to you. You hear panicking and screeching in one of the further cars in the dining hall.
Mordecai, I'm back.
Fail. What will you do?
I'm pulling myself to my feet, pulling Kadros from his sheath, looking at Naya and go, you and Mortis, you guys go handle the dining cars. Make certain that everybody's safe. They'll listen to you. That's easier. Compression, you
Yes,
hold on.
Elise.
You make certain that those lot are safe. Eris, you make certain that that scorpion ship or whatever sort of ship it is, because I'm actually not entirely certain. I know it's a scorpion ship. Is like you give us a lowdown as soon as you see it. Nox, don't panic. We're gonna get this son of a bitch. Kadros, go find whoever fucking said all of that bullshit, skewer him through the shoulder and bring him back here if you could, preferably alive, preferably unteleported, and skewer it as hard as you need to make certain he's alive, but almost close to death. Don't die yourself. I don't want to have to wait to get you back. I'm gonna go find that son of a bitch. Let's go.
Damn.
Frazzle, frazzle.
Clapnick, try not to shoot any innocent people while you're running around and being awesome. Spirit, get in my pocket. And I'm taking off towards the sound of gunshot. Apparently the Spirit's going first.
Yeah, as recommended, goes to the dining car to assist with calming the unfortunate individuals who are justifiably losing their minds over this nonsense.
You see blood that's already spurted down the hallway, as well as several large broken glass windows. The train has actually picked up speed significantly since that attack. You hear over the intercoms, please individuals not to panic, but everyone please return to your rooms and take cover. And you will actually hear Kadros.
Breach.
Before he goes ahead and pierces through the nearby window and out.
Hence the don't die, please.
Fucking Batman's.
Well, some idiots are allowed to fly, and I'm not allowed to do that yet, so I'm making do with what I got.
Reveal. And is that where you're stopping?
I couldn't see, so I wasn't certain.
Oh, you can continue if you want.
Can you put the Spirit in my pocket, please?
I will put the spirit in your pocket.
Little buddy is there with you. You are not alone. He is there with you.
I see a body ahead of me, don't I?
You do.
Shit. Alright, well, I guess that's my turn. Harry Potter elf, here we go.
Elnaya, what will you be doing as you hear the cries over top?
Okay. Which way is the dining car from where we are?
It would technically be south and then across. So what you're actually going to be doing is you would need to go that way, which will then allow you to go that way.
All right. Well, I'm going to grab Mortis's arm and grab Nia's going to grab his hand, and they're going to betake themselves down the hallway. Let's see, it's fine. So we can get to about here-ish. With the movement, yeah, with the movement we've got. So we go here. Oh, I took Nox with me. Sorry, Nox.
No, not go. Wait, what?
There you go.
You start dragging Nox along the way.
Yeah, by mistake.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, and you didn't. So yeah, Mortis and Nia are now there, and I'm going to going to bardic inspiration Nox because I feel like he's going to be doing some big pew pew, and better to assist the pew pew. He shoots him a thumbs up. You got this.
We're gonna get him! You hear from distance.
Oh boy. He is doing the fake it till you make it school of
I've been told that works for lots of people. I have no idea if it actually works.
The school of hard knocks.
Insert so much sex joke here.
Oh God.
That has now become your OnlyFans name. If you ever go on OnlyFans, that is what you're going to be named for. Well fucking done. The School of Hard Knocks. Yeah, I'll bet you all right.
Apparently he is.
I'm dying.
Congratulations. You done it.
Oh my God. Wow.
Oh.
Now, is the full name The School of Hard Knocks, or is he just gonna go by Hard Knocks?
Instructor Knox. Knox hard? Hard knocks?
While I wait for the
No.
roast to show up, I've dropped off some of my presents for y'all. Nox specials, if you will, free of
Oh
charge,
no.
but full of gunpowder. You can thank me later.
Oh no.
Get off my train!
I. No.
Please, I really just want Kadros to show up with him, like, attached in the shoulder joint. Like, just
I
want
can't see
Kadros-
anything from this height.
I wasn't
Tension,
talking to you
Forsen,
bastard.
Sheer, do me a favor. And cut down some of these taller forks for me.
Oh no.
Taller
That's.
folk?
I think that means we're going to be going off the rails, literally.
Well, he ain't gonna get his stuff if he decides to mess up the train.
I mean.
Yeah, we're in trouble. Don't fucking die, Kadros. Oh, bollocks.
Oh. We're about to have the roast fun.
What? Plus 8. That is a 20, which I suspect will hit you there, Vale.
Oh no.
As you see this hovering drone seemingly breaking through the window of one of your rooms,
Yeah, it's fucking gonna hit me. Fuck.
pointing in your direction.
Ouch.
You are going to take 12 points of piercing damage as you feel these series of stinging darts flying out from it. And I do need a Constitution saving throw.
Don't you have advantage on that stuff?
Give me half a sec.
Oh.
I just asked if she had a bonus to that because her damn pure nature. Just looking it up, that's all.
Don't think I do. You'd be surprised how not fun being a damn fury is, I promise.
Fascinating.
It's better. 21.
Wait, one? Okay, perfectly fine.
Yeah, my first roll was a 1.
Yikes.
And in the furthest car, you will still hear more people.
Get away from them, you fucking coward!
Nox, it is your go.
Nox is going to be sitting at the table looking at his All he can do is mutter under his breath. His form will suddenly change. Blonde-haired mohawk
Super Saiyan.
with
What?
his left eye a scar and pupilless as it has been flashed out. And he is going to do nothing except just quietly sit there for a turn.
Mordecai, where are you? I have 125,000 reasons to kill you, Mordecai.
What the fuck is going on here? I don't know.
The real question
it.
is, who's Mordecai? Why is the one who did so much?
That's been
We'll find
Nox's
out.
turn.
I smell your fear. Oh wait, that's just the blood of those people that died because of you. Never mind, I mixed those up.
Oh boy.
Eris,
You!
it's your
How
go.
did that you?
Jesus Christ.
What is it with everybody you pull into the game being amazing assholes?
Oh, this. I know this asshole.
Yes, I'm certain that we all do. I'm pretty certain I know
No.
that voice.
No, you don't.
Nope, he's a new one.
Well, I mean, technically yes, we do, but technically no, we don't.
Well,
Yes.
no, we don't, but we do, but we don't. I get that.
Eris, it is your go.
I just checked. There's only one server and one friendly.
I'm gonna throw a lightning bolt at the ship.
But it sounds like
Scorpion.
Hunziker.
Come out, wherever you are, little cub.
No, it's not Hunziker.
Okay.
Okay, why the hell does he get reaction commentary while the rest of us have to stay in turn?
Me.
Not actually action. Free action is talking.
Yep.
Free action's still free.
Not once I'm done with him.
I suppose I actually should do the lightning bolt itself. I can't remember how to do it, but I'm gonna do it nonetheless. I'm trying to hit any crew on that ship if possible.
What are you aiming for specifically?
The Scorpion, anything crew I can hit on anything on the Scorpion I can hit.
You don't actually see any crew members that are standing outside. The ship is kind of flying low grade. You do see a couple drones that are flying off in your direction. But you are going to be doing your lightning bolt.
Try and hit them then.
And what do I got to roll?
Dex spell save.
Dex saving throw? Oh
Dex.
god. Oh god. Okay, that's not good for me. Never mind, it's good for me. So it's half damage, I think. So I need 8d6 from you.
Oh, I've got the slash. Sorry.
You could do it again if you want.
What a shocking turn of events! Appropriate expressions happening.
Oh my god.
I don't like you, whoever the hell you are. Apparently I don't actually know you, but I don't like you very much.
Oh no.
We will do that.
Oh no.
So you shoot one of the drones that is heading in your direction, which gets a good ouchie. That ouchie's a lot.
Some ouchies, you might say.
And we'll do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do... I lied.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. No. Oh no, me person, I'm fine. I think.
Rock's gonna walk away and then the sun's gonna get.
How this is gonna go, honestly.
Pedro's out.
Let's just focus on killing the.
That hurt like a bollocks.
I.
35 points of damage. Anything else you're gonna be doing, Eris?
So is it just robots on the Scorpion, or can I see the deck of the Scorpion, essentially?
There's no one on the deck of the Scorpion. But I can go ahead and reveal that to you. And... Nope, not gonna do that. We're gonna do... But yeah,
How far away
there's
is
no
it?
one actively on the deck at this time.
How far away is the Scorpion?
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Map layer. There we go. The Scorpion is approximately about 50 feet away, 45 to 50 feet. Are you planning to fly through a window over there?
Thinking about it. If it's unoccupied, maybe I can have it. Because I like these things. They're shiny. Yeah, I'll start flying toward the...
Okay.
How's it working in this map? There it is.
Let's
Is that a robot outside my window?
that is a
What?
drone outside your window, the one that you just shot at.
Is that the... So you took 35 points of damage?
It took 35 points of damage.
Minus, I guess he said he deck saved, right?
It did fail the deck save. It actually passed the deck save.
Okay, and what about this one? Because... How did you anticipate I shot the lightning bolt? Like, just out like this? I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
effectively like that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just over here in case anyone had to go. This isn't like relevant to that, if you will. I'll
I've done my
actually-
action. I guess I got movement, so I'm just gonna move out with this drone, and we're gonna have our way with each other.
Oh.
Oh
Thank you.
my.
See who comes out on top.
What?
I'm kinkier.
Even kinkier.
This drone is not gonna survive the day.
So you were like right around, let's say there. Yeah, it's 50 feet away. And then
Yeah,
these
I
drones
know.
are kind of like lining along the edge of the ship.
I'm attempting to get to the ship anyway.
I was gonna say, as long, I'm trying to remember how fast the lightning rail moves.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
30 feet per round.
I just if I head out the window, I just get sucked back. Is the question.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but technically they're doubling speed right now, so you might disappear.
I will stay inside. That seems like the better option because it's smart.
Any other movements you're gonna make right now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put myself back inside because I'm actually not gonna leave the window. That seems like a really silly idea.
Vale, we're back to you.
That'll
There's
be
a drone that has popped out into the main hallway, and there appears to sound like there's a drone in your room.
Oh, I'm not in my room.
Well, this room right here, one that you guys were occupying.
I can't remember if I wrote it down, but I'm pretty certain. Oh, give me a second. Fuck it, I need something more powerful. Fucking daggers. I'm gonna start throwing daggers. I'm yanking them and pulling them and tossing them and aiming for something that looks tender on a drone. How big are these things?
They're medium size.
All right. Well, I'm aiming for chinks in armor. And I'm hitting nothing. 8 and 11. I'm still running though.
You're throwing daggers right there, or you're attacking with dagger?
I'm running. I'm throwing daggers at whatever I can see, but I'm running despite that. I don't care about these guys. I want to get onto that ship and find whoever the fuck is the pain in the ass here.
Okay, it will go ahead and take an opportunity attack against you because you are running directly into its line of fire. Specifically, this one.
Alright, fine.
21 will hit.
Wow. Uncanny dodge.
So your uncanny dodge, so you 3 damage.
Lovely. That's much better. Anyway, yeah, I'm still running.
And I still need a con save.
— 16?
16 is fine. You're good.
Lovely.
So you go ahead and strike this drone. Go ahead and give me your attack rolls.
Oh, I hit him?
I need to see the attack rolls.
8 and an 11. I didn't hit anything.
No, those do not hit.
Expected. I'm still running, and if I have to attack this thing with the daggers, then I will, but that's next turn.
And you're having Kadros attack the ship?
No, I want Kadros to go find the gunshot person, the one who's yelling for Mordecai and all the rest of it.
That's
and-
coming from the ship.
Well, go find him. Go find him, go get him. You were him by the shoulder, and I honestly want, like, you know when you just, like, skewer the side of the shrimp? And you know, like, the shrimp is dead, it's not going anywhere.
You're disappearing off into the distance there, Vale.
You know how when, like, you skewer a shrimp, and the shrimp is definitely dead, it's not moving or anything, but the shrimp is not moving.
But you see
That's what I
You-
want.
you see that your blade fly off into the distance, and Kadros approaches the ship and is trying to look for a way in as he begins to attack at the back door, effectively the cargo entrance as best as possible.
He's also not to hurt himself if he can help it.
I will say I will let him attack, but I will say this is going to be hard because it technically needs to be siege damage.
Fine. Then, potentially, do I have, like, some sort of way of telling him to forget it, and could he come back and help me?
He is telepathic.
If it's gonna be too much, come back and give me a hand. We can go get them together.
I have him back on the board for you.
I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to end up in any unnecessary danger.
Anaya,
Yep.
how will you proceed?
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're saying.
Okay, so there are drones, there is nonsense, there are dead people. Not including Mortis and Vale, of course. Well, all technically.
Thank you.
of course.
We're both technically not dead, but thank you for admitting that.
Nia is going to. Oh, I feel like Nia is not going to be doing much good with the sort of population, so I'm going to Are these guys like visible out the windows of the dining car?
Yes.
All right.
If you can see through a window, you can see them.
All right. I gotta be careful with this. Well, I mean, okay. I'm going to cast Shatter. Right about here, hitting those two.
Okay.
Let me just make sure of what I need to. And that'll probably not also hit the ship, will it? I don't actually know. Can't really tell. There's a lot of black.
How big is Shatter's
10
range?
10-foot radius sphere. So it hits both of them.
I was gonna say I don't think it'll hit the ship.
10, 10, 10. So probably not. It is a
Okay, it would have disadvantage against the throw. Okay.
Mhm.
A non-magical object. And it is a Constitution saving throw. Do I have good con? I have okay con.
Constitution versus spell save DC is still 15.
17 and a
Ooh,
21.
Yeah.
Yep, those both pass. Well, so I'll still do the 3d8.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get disadvantage because they're both. It didn't get better.
Well, that's 23 half down to 11, I guess.
Ah,
That was an interesting shriek.
Ooh, that's a still. You rolled near max there.
Yep, I know.
God damn.
Would have been even better if I, actually. They hadn't actually passed it, but I will take what I can get.
this drone is not holding up well.
And at this point, I'm actually going to look back. Is Nox in, like. Do I have a clear
Nox?
line of sight to Nox? Or not necessarily Nox? Person who might possibly formerly have been known as Nox?
He's sitting at the table. Same posture when you last saw him, except different.
Nia does a double take and is like, Nox? What happened to your... She just sort of gestures at her face and then down all the rest of it. Like, your everything.
Person?
Go on, ask him if he's okay while you're at it. Sorry, that just felt like the appropriate thing to say.
Actually, Mortis is going to do a silly thing and go back over to Nox and just be like, sort of lean down, squint at his face. Is this the real one? Or that?
Hmm?
Mortis is inspecting to make sure which Nox is the real Nox.
Yep,
Oh.
pretty much. It's like,
For him to find out, he just has to pass an investigation check.
boy, Mortis does not have investigation at all. Okay.
Your crew is going to die there, Mordecai. Everything, everyone you care about will die.
9.
God
Can't
damn
wait
it.
to see if you make it that joint of yours into a nice table. I won't use Drink
This guy
rings
ever shut
everywhere.
up.
Wonder if they'll rust. Hey, everyone. If you don't want to hand over the shorty with the robot in that train car over there, I'd be real happy to take him off your hands for you. Just throw him overboard. I'll shoot him wherever he falls.
That the best you can do, slumbag?
Why does
That's-
everyone want to cast aspersions on Nox? Or possibly not Nox? I don't know.
Nox-ish?
The gnome formerly known as Nox.
Is that what we're going with?
For now, I guess. I mean, I don't remember the word for day, so he's like, yeah.
He's a he. We're getting places. This is a good start.
Possibly, I don't fucking know.
Yes, that's okay. We'll deal with this later. How about we just defend the train?
That's a good
Oh,
plan.
Mel-
Mouthy! Why don't you do something useful instead of just stand there and be mouthy?
Wait, is
Slumbag? That's a nice one. I think it rhymes with something I came up with the other day. Oh, what was
Wow,
it?
it takes you that long to figure out what the hell you said the other day? It must really seriously be impressive.
Nope, wasn't it that. My bad.
You hear another blood-curdling scream in the other car.
Pick somebody your own size, you puny weakling!
I mean, if you're calling him puny, then don't.
Small dick-itis!
Oh no.
For a gnome, that's saying something.
Small-dicked, useless piece of incomprehensible shit that can't figure out where his dick ends because he can't see it. He has to look over the top of his belly in order to figure out where his dick starts and where it might potentially end. All he's got is a gun, and that's the only thing he can fucking use, because there ain't no brains between his head.
You take my bullet, I take your money.
You assume I have
And-
any, and first I'll take your
We'll
knife.
meet- And we'll meet in Abura for tea time.
You don't have enough class for time.
He's cracked.
And we will actually call session there.
Oh, you
Oh,
bugger!
good, because
Oh
otherwise
my
I was
God.
gonna get, well, I'm gonna get very angry for next time.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so is the recording?
Hold on. Anything you
No,
want to finalize on the recording? Should I stop it there?
Go ahead and pause recording.